When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Good evening and welcome to Shelby High School. Tonight from the Whippet Athletic Complex, it is week 13 of the high school football season. As tonight it's the Division IV Regional Semifinal between the number 1 seed Shelby Whippets at 11-0 and the number 4 seed Wildcats from Lima Bath, who enter with a record of 9-2. We welcome you inside the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth, everybody. Erik Hines alongside my partner Erik Will, ready to roll tonight for high school playoff football. Again, the regional semifinals. Before we talk about the Whippets and the Wildcats, we'll pause now for the playing of our national anthem. Band, and we are 7 minutes from kickoff tonight. Week 13 high school football, the regional semifinals. The top seed Shelby Whippets, as we mentioned, 11-0. The 4 seed Lima Bath Wildcats, 9-2. Erik Will alongside me, WMAN, teaming up with our friends tonight at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football. My friend, a spot in the regional title game on the line tonight.
Yeah, this is where things ended for Shelby last year. If you remember, the Bodpin Miller led Ontario Warriors, right? So Shelby looking to come out and make this run a little bit longer than a year ago, and I know that was one of the motivating forces coming back into the 2025 campaign, and they got themselves a little bit of a challenge tonight with Bath, coming and making their way over here from the WBL. Heck of a football conference there, and, this is going to be a big one. They got a perfect night here. The weather's is perfect elements for both teams. Both teams want to throw the ball. Both teams want to kind of get behind that offense, and I know we're going to talk about that here moving forward.
Well, let's talk about Lima Bath, third-year head coach Frank Russell, and they're a team, Erik, very, very explosive on offense. They can, really rack up the points, 39 points per ball game, and they're led by their quarterback, Zach Welsch. He has over 4,000 total yards.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to do some team stuff before we go in and talk about Welch, because I do want to focus on him. But I'll tell you what, Erik, coming in right here, you got to love this. They're averaging 483 yards a game, right? And they score 41. We're going to talk about the defensive side as well. They give up 27. But let's take a look at old Zach Welch here. He's part of that offensive explosion that I think is a big key for that for the Bath Wildcat offense. You're talking about a kid that's coming in, Aaron, completing 70% of his passes. He's got over 27, almost 2,800 yards with 20 TDs. Here's what I love about him too. He's multi, baby. I love having a quarterback that can run, right? You don't want a statue back there. 900, approaching 1,000 yards, 926, 18 touchdowns. He is a really good football player. He's probably going to be, maybe his influence on the game might be the best that Shelby has seen from the quarterback position this year.
Well, you mentioned 21 passing touchdowns, completing 70%. He's ran for better than 1,000. You mentioned 18 touchdowns, 6.5 per carry. And then you have to talk about as well the running back, Mikey Hale.
Yes.
He's the school's all-time receiving yards leader. He's ran for better than 1,000 yards, and he has 81 catches on the year.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what you got to love about this team. They've got over 4,000 all-purpose yards coming in. Like you said, Mikey Hale coming in, over 1,000 yards, 6.8 a carry, 19 touchdowns. You got to love this because they'll go 4 and 5 wide, so they want to get Mikey Hale out in the flat. They want to get him in the pass game. 70 catches for over 700 yards and 4 touchdowns as well. And I love the receiving core with Logan Markley and then also Josiah Clark, both of those guys. Clark coming in with 73 catches, 924 yards, and 11 touchdowns. That's a heck of a receiver. And then you throw Logan Markley in there, as well. 41 catches, 770 yards, 4 touchdowns. So, they've got a lot of offensive firepower. My concern for them, and I think the matchup of the game is going to be that Shelby defense against that Bath offense, because we know Shelby's going to be able to score points.
We can tell you, by the way, that Bath will spread you out 4 and 5 wide. Yep. They're going to run, they're going to throw, make you defend the entire field. They are playing in the regional semifinal for the first time since 2003.
Wow.
Their coach told me the last time they played in a regional final, he believes, was sometime in the 1980s. All right, that's Bath. Let's talk about the Shelby Whippets, the top seed, coming off a 42-0 win over Orville a week ago. And that offense starts with quarterback Brayden Devito. And I know for you, you only have one thing to say when you talk about Brayden Devito.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this as the game goes. You know, Mr. Football, right? He's one of the best players in the entire state. But what I love is Shelby has a very high level of complementary football. What do I mean by that? Listen, their offense and defensive game plans mesh so well. You're talking about Shelby that's only given up, what, Aaron, between 6 and 7 points a game. And they're also scoring right around 40. What do they average?
They average 46 a game.
46 a game. And then, you know, looking at Brayden DeVito. Brayden DeVito is 4th all-time in the history in the state of Ohio in passing yards. He is absolutely phenomenal. And Shelby will go the rest of this tournament the way that Brayden DeVito takes him. And you're talking about a kid that's completing 74% of his passes, averaging 317 yards a game. And then we can't talk about him without saying, well, who's that ball going to? And one of our favorite players, Brady Bowman. 64 catches, 1,285 yards, 19 touchdowns. That is unbelievably impressive. And you look at Shelby and you look at DeVito's 53 total touchdowns, and that is a recipe for high-octane offense.
By the way, Brayden DeVito, 54 touchdowns on the season, better than 3,400 yards. And remember, in a good portion of those games, did not play the entire football game. Shelby, with a win tonight, would punch their ticket to the regional title game for just the 5th time in school history. Yep. The last time was 2020. And as we talk about all the weapons for Shelby, how about the numbers that are quite impressive? They scored 30 points or more now in 12 consecutive games. Erik, 12. That is tops in the state with Liberty Benton. They scored 20 or more in 24 straight games. All of this year and all of last year, they've scored 20 or more. That's tied for 3rd best in the state. This offense has been rolling.
Yeah, Coach Mahaney, that's his acumen. Him and Gabe Helbert come together. They're like scientists in a laboratory mixing a bunch of, concoctions and chemicals, and so they come out, and you always see some gadget plays as well. But what you got to like is, listen, when you have a player that's as seasoned as Brayden DeVito, there's nothing you're not going to ask him to do. And then when you're talking about the offensive weapons that they have with a Blaine Bowman, with a Kessler, with a Michael Shepard, and then you sprinkle in an Avery Lambert and a Gavin Miller, those are pretty good football players, or good complementary football players to Bowman. If you have one critique of Shelby moving forward, you would just like to see a little bit more out of the backfield by that running back. We know DeVito with his legs, he's going to overwhelm you. But getting that guy in the backfield, we do have Gavin Baker and Luke Blevins and Travis Sloan. They kind of mix in there. They give you a little bit of a threat, but most of that run game, the damage that we see is through number 2's feet.
All right, so Lima Bath has won the toss. They've elected to receive the football. Everett Harris has it teed up. Winner gets the winner of Sandusky Perkins and Galleon for the regional title next Friday night. Whippet Athletic Complex ready to rock and roll. Harris has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The ball is going to be squibbed down the field. It'll hit at the 25-yard line and going to be returned right there by Bath across the 30 out near the 34-yard line, and that is where the Wildcats will start on offense. And I know you want to talk about them. They have a very, very good offense. We talk about some keys for them.
Yeah, for me, it's you got to match explosive plays, right? So when you're looking at, Bath, their recipe, their ticket to stay in this game is they're going to have to put a lot of points up on the board. And then I put this down defensively. Just get 1 3-and-out per half. Aaron, you've heard me say that before. When you're playing teams that are extremely proficient and efficient on the offensive side, 1 3-and-out, that'll give you a chance.
All right, Shelby allowing just 8 points a game on defense. One key from Rob Mahaney. He told me we have to tackle, especially in space. And hang on, somebody moved on the line. line for Lima Beth as the ball, actually before it even got snapped, and we'll have a penalty before we get the official first snap from scrimmage. Looks like it was on the left side, right?
Left guard there got a little
head start.
Got a little ambitious. Listen, man, everybody's amped up. Regional semifinal. Bath hasn't been here since probably most of these kids' parents were just born.
03, the last time they were playing at this level, and they'll start first and 15 from their own 30-yard line. The quarterback, Welsh in the gun. He'll pull it down and run up the middle. He'll work his way straight ahead out near the 34-yard line. He will go down there. Sam Gwirtz, Michael Shepard, Bryce Samsel, all there involved. Shepard grabbed him and put him down. And actually going to give him forward progress to the 35-yard line. So he got that penalty yardage back. Second down 10, Bath football at their own 35-yard line. Just underway, 11:30 to play. Here in quarter number one. Glad to have you. WMAN in the OH report, teaming up for live high school playoff football. Two wide receivers left, back in motion. They'll hand him the football in motion, working toward the near side. Who get drilled.
Nice rip.
And around the 37-yard line, flying up to make that stop was Travis Sloan. He took down the running back, Mikey Hill, and a terrific tackle by linebacker Travis Sloan.
Yeah, had a little jump there, right? So you had a nice job there. Number 2, Brayden Devito coming up, jump, and then Sloan polished him off right there, creating a very, a long third long here. We got a 3rd down and 8.
Yep.
Exactly what Shelby wanted, right? And listen, these are your scouting report plays here. You got yourself deuces here, a little motion.
4 wide receivers now, 3 to the right. Welsh back to pass, pressure coming. He'll throw it to the near side. It is caught by the back, and he will not get the first down. He'll be tackled at around the 40-yard line. Guess who again? Sam Gwirtz up to make that stop. They dropped it off to Mikey Hale out of the backfield. They do that a lot, and a good job by linebacker Sam Gwirtz, Erik, to fly up there and take him down a very short gain. It'll be about 4th and 4 here for Bath.
Yeah, and we're going to see if they go for it. They're just trying to get Shelby to jump or maybe even quick kick this thing.
Their quarterback, Zach Welsch, is the punter, so just be aware of that. 5 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 3 to the left. But as you mentioned, on 4th and 4, he's likely to drop back. And one thing they want to do is take some time off the clock to keep that Whippet offense on the sideline.
And sometimes, once again, now you're down to 3-2. They're going to have to call either a timeout or take the penalty.
Yeah, I'm going to say they'll take the penalty. There it is. 9:59 to play here in the first quarter. Penalty marker. Are they going to take a timeout? Nope, it's going to be delay a game.
Yeah, I was about to say, you don't take a timeout there if you're going to punt. The worst thing you can do as a coach is burn a timeout on your first series on a 4th and 4. That wouldn't be a very good coaching move there. So Bath's now going to come out. They're going to punt the football. We're going to get to see Shelby for the first time on offense. For Shelby's defense, that is a huge plus. Bath's offense, very prolific. Like we said, 41 a game. Good job getting a 3 and out there. Now the Whippets have got to come out, and they've got to put their offensive imprint on the game.
9:59 to play opening quarter. We are scoreless. Regional semifinal from the Whippet Athletic Complex. Actually 9:58. One more second came off that clock. Welsh will drop back to punt. Brady Bowman is deep, and he's standing at his own 25-yard line. There's the snap. Welsh will boot it away. It'll sail into Whippet territory, hit at the 34-yard line. Bowman will let it roll, and it'll go inside the 20 and keep rolling down and stop at the 15-yard line. So you lose a good 10 yards as that ball hit, and there were special teams guys coming up the field for Bath, so we let it roll. Whippets will have it 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore, State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com as we see that Whippet offense now for the first time here tonight, Erik. And I know when you look at some of the keys for Shelby.
Yeah, it's Mr. Football, right? I mean, that's what it is.
Brayden
DeVito's Mr. Football. Just let him do his thing. You got to slow down Welsh on the offensive side, but get Brady Bowman going early, man. That's a big thing for me. I want to see Brady have a big game here for the Whippets.
He had a big one last week. 1st down and 10. Back to pass, and the ball's going to be dropped as DeVito rolled to the near side. He threw it toward the outside, and Avery Lambert kind of had to turn around and reach back for the ball. It was still catchable.
Oh, yeah.
It was around the 29-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, that hit him in both hands. He's got to catch that football.
Did he get turned around?
It turned him a little bit, but as a receiver, that ball hits both hands. Got to have it. DeVito, not a perfect pass there, but well enough that your receiver needs to make that play, especially when you're sitting down on your own minus 15-yard line.
2nd down 10, scoreless opening quarter, their own 15-yard line, 9:43 to play. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. DeVito will hand the football off, and the back is going to be taken down. Terrific play. Ben Binkley, the linebacker, flew in and took the back down. And I'll tell you what.
Nice job there sitting in that. It's really almost a 5-man box. They're begging Shelby to run the football.
It's a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard, but Shelby's offensive line's got to be better at the point of attack there. There's no way a 5-man box should be able to go against your 5-0 lineman. I know you got that 6 guy kind of hovering in there, playing that boundary side there, but not good enough for the Whippets there.
Third down at about 11 from their own 14-yard line. Devito back to pass, going to load up, going to throw it down the middle. He's got a receiver behind the defense, and he caught it. Football going to be caught, and it's going to be Caden Paz, I believe. Yes. Or excuse me, Caden Paz.
Correct.
With that catch. He got it into Bath territory at the Wildcat 45-yard line. Erik, he got behind the defense and actually had to come back a little bit for the football. Make a great catch.
Yeah, and that's one of those, as we say, the all you other guys. Caden Paz doing a good job. You're going to get a lot of bracket coverage with Brady Bowman being as good as he is. So that opens up opportunities for guys like Paz. He made the most of it.
Holman Kitchen Supply first down. Devito fakes the run, throws it over the middle, got his big tight end, Michael Shepard. He'll ramble his way inside the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. So Shepard on a great quick pass over the middle there by Devito. It's another Holman Kitchen Supply first down in the Whippets. Couple of pass plays, and boom, Erik, they're in business at the Bath 30.
Well, and that right there is your RPO. But your safety and your backer both came shooting in A-B gaps, and Devito doing a great job of reading it. If you're going to do that, man, he's going to pick you apart. He's savvy.
8:15 to play here in quarter number 1. They fake the handoff. 2 backs ran into one. Another pass left side. Bowman showing off the speed. Inside the 25. Hits the 20 and tackled at the turf at the 18-yard line. Boy, Brady Bowman can get to top speed in a hurry. Erik just got that quick pass and gets all the way down to around the 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah, he's quicker than 2 cats, man. I tell you what. How about them running into each other in the backfield, looking like Larry Curley and Mo, and Bowman still having the ability to get out there and catch that football and get 13, 14 yards.
I was going to say, a lot of times that's disaster, and the Whippets get a good play. First down 10 at the Bass 17-yard line. DeVito's going to run it left side. DeVito, 15-yard line, 10 to the 5. DeVito to the house. Brayden Devito, a 17-yard touchdown run, and the Shelby Whippets go 85 yards the first time they touch the football, and they punch it in the end zone.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says that 2's pretty good. You're going to remember him, right? So you've done a great job of lighting him up in the pass game, and then boom, you come back with a little quarterback power, and DeVito doing what he does, being Mr. Football. He is the best player in North Central Ohio, without a doubt. His ability to run, his ability to throw. He's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. You don't sleep well playing a guy like that, because you realize his effect on the game is something that is so much oftentimes just out of your control. The adjectives we've said, he's phenomenal, man.
His 55th touchdown on the season. Extra point, Everett Harris. The kick is on the way, and that kick, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, is good. We'll take a break and be back. 7:48 to play first quarter. Shelby 7, Bath nothing. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Back in Shelby after Brayden DeVito darts 17 yards to the end zone. Shelby 7, Bath nothing. Everett Harris has it teed up, and he will kick the football off. Line drive caught at the 20-yard line, 25-30. Tries to break a tackle across the 35-yard line and shoved back. So a nice return there. Andrew McDermott wearing number 4 on that return for Bath. We remind you, extra points, always good, like Mill Iron Auto Parts. A good idea to stop by and see them. Mill Iron Auto Parts, you'll receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Irons supporting local high school athletics. 7-0 Shelby. 7:41 to play, opening quarter. The Whippet offense, Erik, just a handful of plays to go 85 yards. That defense got a big stop early. Let's see what happens on the second drive with Bath. Again, a prolific offense, and they are going to run the football, and there is just nowhere to go just across the line of scrimmage, and Mikey Hill was grabbed and dropped. I think it was Kyler Williams. I believe Gortz might have been there as well. Trying to see. Or it might have been Oni.
Yeah, it was Oni. Oni getting his big old mitts around him.
I think Gortz was in there as well.
Gortz as well. And that's what you want. Listen, you're three, your 2-eye, your shade. He's got to eat up 2 blocks. Your guard center had better, if they're not commanding him, you're in trouble.
No gain on that play. Pass to the near side. Good move by the running back out of the backfield. He made the catch. That was Mikey Hale. Made a man miss and got a first down across the 45 and out near the 47-yard line. So Holman Kitchen Supply first down, and Bath will go in a hurry. 7:05 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Shelby. Handoff again to the running back. Go plow his way. Mikey Hale to midfield. He's not a big kid, but runs right through the teeth of that defense. He'll get a couple of yards into Whippet territory to the Shelby 49-yard line. It'll be second down and about 7 yards to go for the Wildcats. 6:57 to play first quarter. Shelby 7 and Bath nothing, but Bath for the first time tonight into Shelby territory.
Yeah, and I like the tempo there, right? You get the nice play in the pass game. I love it. Mikey takes a nice move there, makes a defender miss, picked up the first down, and then you come back with a quick tempo play. You pick up 2 to 3 yards there. Looks like 3 yards on that play. And, you don't see this a lot, but you go empty, and you got this quads down here.
5 wide receivers, you mentioned, 4 to the left. And what do we have? We have a timeout Bath. We'll keep it right here with 6:32 to play here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Shelby. While we have you with us, I know for when you look at other games around the area, and one game we're keeping an eye on, and that is Galleon and Sandusky Perkins, because the winner of that game plays the winner of the Pirates and the Tigers, and right now that game is scoreless over at Heisey Park. And Galleon, I talked with head coach Matt Dick, who told me this is the first time Galleon has played in a regional semifinal since they won the state title in 1985. They have not been at this level, so Galleon is so excited to be where they are, Erik.
Well, and coached by
they've had a great year.
Leo Owens, who's Coach Mahaney's father-in-law. So, a little family lineage there. But here's the thing: if you're Lima Bath here, and you're looking at Shelby defensively, it's tough because you can't do traditional drop-back things and hold the ball with Kessler and Shepard because they get home quick. So you got to have a really quick pass game.
2nd and 7, Bath from Shelby's 49. Welsh back to pass, going to roll to the right, nowhere to go, and he's going to be taken out of bounds. Good job there. That was Cole Dorsey flying up from the secondary. Welsh had nowhere to go with the ball, bounced it toward the outside, but Dorsey did a great job getting out of the block of the wide receiver to usher him out of bounds. It'll be a short gain of a yard, maybe 2, but it'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for Bath. So a big 3rd down for that Whippet defense.
Yeah, and with Welch's ability to run, you hate to say this, but you're kind of cage rushing a little bit. You want to try to keep him in the pocket as much as possible. You better have a spy on him.
3rd down and 6, 4 wide receivers. He's going to run it up the middle. There is nowhere to go. The teeth of that Whippet defense will shove him back. Kyler Williams up off the bottom of that pile. Terrific play. Maybe a gain of a yard if they give him forward progress, or no gain. It'll be 4th down and about 5 yards to go for Bath. And one would think a possible punting situation here, but they're in Shelby territory. We'll see. Remember, Welsh is the punter as well.
Right, and Michael Shepard doing a great job coming down from his defensive end spot to help out on that. Like I said, you can get a quick kick here, no doubt about it. Watch Bowman go back, but they are in plus territory here, so you need all hands on deck here. Watch the fake here.
All right, 5:42 to play. First quarter, and looks like they will go for it. Welsh back to pass. He'll throw it to the sideline. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Brayden Devito with blanket coverage all over Logan Markley. And you think Brayden DeVito's excited when he's at quarterback, he was pumped the way he played defense there.
Well, and you heard Brennan say it last week, how much, when you go to college, you lose that defensive side, right? Listen, these guys are just football playing Jessies, man. They just want to play football. And DeVito's a heck of a defense. Listen, that dude's a scholarship corner if he wasn't a scholarship quarterback. I mean, he's that good of an athlete.
Good everywhere, right?
And he just wants to play football, man. And that's what you got to love about smaller town footballs. These guys want to play both ways, man. They want their imprints and their DNA all over these games, man. And it's fun to watch.
DeVito's got his imprint on this one early. Whippets take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 7-0 Shelby. 5:35 to play opening quarter. 4 wide receivers for the Whippets. 2 each way. DeVito in the gun. Back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. Caught Bowman. Bowman will work his way into Wildcat territory. Spin his way down to the 41-yard line. Another home and kitchen supply first down for the Shelby Whippets tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. A reminder, you can go tuition free if you start on the regional campus in Mansfield. And you can find out more by going to ohiostate.edu/Mansfield to get more information. Terrific. Stay a part of Buckeye Nation. Apply today. Schedule a visit to check out the Mansfield campus. 1st and 10, Shelby in Bath territory. Back to pass, DeVito going to roll to the near side. Kind of pointing at Shepard. Block for me. Inside the 40, hits the 35, and will go out of bounds at around the 32-yard line. DeVito scampers for about 9 yards. And Erik, he was like directing traffic with Shepard saying, go here, block here. And the Whippets, again, with a 9-yard gain, have it at the Bath 32-yard line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Great job there by DeVito. He did miss Kessler early on the drag route. And Kessler kind of, listen, when it's zone, you find the pocket and sit. If it's man, you keep running. And he missed there, but, listen, man, trust those feet and go get you 9, man.
5:02 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Shelby. 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line of Bath. Handoff to Baker. Baker, and his knee go down. He does have the first down. He got right to the 30-yard line, kind of went down and thought he maybe could keep going, but his knee did touch the turf, but it's enough for a home and kitchen supply first down. The Whippets have 4 first downs here in the opening quarter, and they now have it 1st and 10 at the Bath 30-yard line. 4:43 to play. First quarter, 7-0 Shelby trying to punch their ticket to a regional title game for just the 5th time in school history. 4 wide receivers. DeVito in the gun with Baker to his left. Brayden calls for the football, claps the hands, back to pass. Looking left side, wide open. Baker out of the backfield, caught 30, 25, out of a tackle and down near the 20-yard line. That's good enough for another home and kitchen supply first down. Remodeling windows, doors, floors, and more. They should always be your first call. North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield, and online at home and kitchen supply first down. And Erik, they have it at the 20-yard line of Bath.
And that's what this offense does, right? I mean, you're talking about now you got to go play coverage. You're running around after Kessler and Shepard and Bowman, and then we're going to leak out an all-state hurdler out of the backfield, Baker, who's quick, man, and runs with power as well. Picks up 10 yards.
3:59 to go first quarter. Whippets 7, Bath nothing. DeVito back to pass, pulls it down to the 15, to the 10, makes a man miss, bounces it to the outside. DeVito to the 5.
Get out.
DeVito to the pylon. He is in. DeVito with the Superman move, and he darts in from 20 yards out. Take a bow, Brayden Devito.
Wow, I'll tell you what, a little hokey pokey, man. Put your left leg in, take it right back out, right? Look at that. That jump cut is electric, man. It is straight fire. Look at that right here, Boom, right there, that jump cut right there. That guy's grasping it air. If you're playing tag, you're it. And I'm going to go ahead and score. Brayden DeVito doing Mr. Football things. I'm glad Jake Furr did that article this week and is really promoting him, because I'm telling you, man, he deserves legitimate consideration to be the best football player in the state of Ohio. He is an absolute monster.
He is a stud, and he has both Shelby touchdowns, and the Whippets we're going to go for 2. They'll snap it. This is Michael Shepard like a bulldozer. He'll pull his way in. He snaps it, grabs it, and rolls in. 2-point conversion is good, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, and we'll step aside. 3:49 to play. Back in a minute. Opening quarter. Shelby 15, Bath nothing. You're listening to high school football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Brayden Devito has scored both Shelby touchdowns, and the Whippets have a 15-0 lead after Michael Shepard bulldozed his way in on the two-point conversion, and Shelby leads 15-0. First quarter kickoff, and Bath kind of let the ball hit on the turf, and jumping on that ball was Woodson Mikesel, the sophomore, as that ball hit on the turf. And Eric, we go back to that touchdown run by Devito, and man, Brayden Devito looked good here in the opening quarter.
Well, and I like what Shelby's approach has been. Their defense is playing. When they're dialed in, Aaron, when you can tell they're coming out and they're laser focused, and you get this type of not only focus, but you can tell the preparation was there during the week, and they're coming out with the intent, right? They've been given a mission on Monday, and they're coming out and executing it. It's inspiring because what it does is you can see when they're firing on all with cylinders, man, they're one of the best teams in the state, and it's fun to watch.
3:48 left, opening quarter, 15-0 Shelby, 1st and 10 for Zach Welsch and Bath. Back to pass, rolling to the right. He'll fire it up the field. Got a receiver and just overthrew him. He had Daniel Cole, who was into Whippet territory at around the 42-yard line, just overthrew him. It'll be incomplete. Shelby brought the pressure. Gwartz again forced him to the outside. Kyler Williams in hot pursuit. He just had to fire that up the field. Cole got a hand on it, but couldn't reel it in. Clock will stop. 3:39 left, first quarter. 2nd down 10 now coming up for Bath.
And what you have there is that's your cage rush. And then you tell your guys, listen, one of the linebackers should have a jet blitz. What that means is as soon as the quarterback comes out of the pocket, I want a linebacker assigned to go get him. I don't want him feeling comfortable.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll throw it over the middle. Got a receiver. He'll get it across the 35 and out near the 37-yard line. There's a quick pass over the middle. Good job right there getting rid of the ball in a hurry to Logan Markley. And as I mentioned, Eric, he'll have it across the 35 and out near the 38-yard line. So that's a good gain right there. They'll need about a yard here for a first down. 3rd and 1 for Bath. Football is at their own 38-yard line. 15-0 Shelby, first quarter, 3:10 to play. Two wide receivers to the right, quarterback in the pistol with the back behind him. They'll hand the football off, and there's nowhere to go in the middle, and he'll be taken down. They may give him forward progress. I didn't know that he got to the 40-yard line.
Well, he got by that initial wave. He did get to the 40, so that's the right spot.
That was Mikey Hale. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he didn't quite get to the 40. They gave him a little bit of a generous spot there. I think he got barely across the 39 in the middle of the line, pushed him back, but Bath will take it.
Yeah.
Holman Kitchen Supply, first down, their second. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 2:43 to play here in the first quarter. Two wide receivers to the right. Quarterback in the pistol, 15-0 Shelby. Welsh calls for the ball, handoff. Markley up the middle, got a hole. 45 midfield, Shelby territory, grabbed from behind by Brady Bowman, but that's a big play for Mikey Hall. And a Holman Kitchen Supply first down for Bath. They're at the Whippet 46-yard line. I'll tell you what, Hall has some speed, but a good job by Bowman, because if Bowman's not there, that's a monster play, maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, Hale did a nice job on that run. Here we go, tempo.
Yeah, going in a hurry, 1st and 10. They'll run it quickly. And again, it's Mikey Hale on the carry, as he will carry the football straight ahead. Good job by Gwartz and company to take him down. It'll be a gain, Eric, of about 3. Put him down at the Whippet 43-yard line.
Now that last play where they kind of run the counter coming back, Carter Kessler's your defensive end there. I got to have him coming down harder to close that gap off. That can't run that far inside of him. I want to spill that out to my force player. I'd like to see better defense from my end there.
2nd and 7 from Shelby's 43. Welsh will fake the run, keep it himself, as he was going to hand it off to Hall. Kept it himself. He'll get inside the Whippet 40 and down near the 38-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and about 2 for Bath. Football at Shelby's 38-yard line. 90 seconds to play, first quarter. 15-0 Shelby, and a big 3rd down. And you know it's 4-down territory for Bath.
Yeah, and listen, this is what you need if you're Bath, man. You cannot allow Shelby to not, you got to keep that offense off the field. You do that by a good sustained offensive drive.
The quarterback will keep it and run. He's really close to the first down. He'll work it, and he'll go down near the 36-yard line straight ahead. The official on the near side says he has it. So that's another Holman Kitchen Supply first down for Bath, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Again, football is at Shelby's 36-yard line. 1:14 to play, first quarter, 15-0 Shelby. After the game, we'll hand out that Spitzer Motors Game Changer, whose hustle, whose effort changes tonight's game for his team, all courtesy of the great people, Spitzer Motors, West 4th Street in Ontario. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Spitzer Kia. Shop online anytime at drivespitzer.com. 1,200 or more people watching on the OH Report tonight. Glad to have you. Adam Thompson flying the plane. You know we're in good hands.
The man, the myth.
You know we're in good hands. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Welsh over the middle. Bryce Sampson was there. Thought he might be able to grab the interception. It is incomplete, but a dangerous throw there by Welsh. It'll be incomplete.
Yeah, Welsh looking for a slot there, and I like that. That's what you want to do. Actually, I'd like to have seen him throw a little, because you had a swap route there with 1 and 2 switching routes. That's open. 2 things there. The ball needs to be delivered a little bit more time on target, but you like to see the receiver looking back as well. But like you said, Aaron, he's kind of lucky that wasn't picked and it fell harmlessly to the ground, because he'd had to fit that thing into a keyhole to get that there.
44 seconds to play first quarter. 15-0 Shelby. 2nd and 10 Bath at the Whippet 36-yard line. Handoff Hall, right side inside the 35. Lowers the pads and pushes his way down near the 32. That's about a 4-yard gain. Again for Mikey Hale. Tackle by Sloan. 30 seconds left. First quarter. 15-0 Shelby. Bath. 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. I don't believe they will run another play. They're huddling with 19 seconds, so we'll see. But they look in absolute no hurry
and this has been again. But this has been a great drive by Bath here. This is exactly what they needed to slow the game down the way Shelby's offense has been playing.
They might snap it down to 5 seconds. In the pistol is the quarterback. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They will not snap it. That'll do it after 1 quarter. Shelby 15 in Bath nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
But the Wildcats, Erik Will, are driving. Glad to have you tonight. WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report. Glad to have you wherever you are listening and watching from. Week 13, middle of November. And how about a 48-degree night here in Shelby?
Doesn't get much better than this, Aaron. I'll tell you that, buddy. That's why, listen, love me some high school football on a Friday night, man. Especially with us, doesn't matter rain or shine. We're out of the elements, buddy. We're living the dream.
Beautiful here in the Whippet Athletic Complex. Adam Thompson, our engineer, absolutely press box gorgeous here in Shelby. We start the second quarter. Bath 3rd and 6. From the Whippet 32-yard line, Welsh back to pass. Pressure is coming. He'll step up. Got a receiver. Penalty marker is out. The receiver caught it and fell down then at around the 28-yard line. There was more room to run. That was Daniel Cole, but a penalty marker and a hold on Bath. And I'll tell you what, they were grabbing Carter Kessler, who was going to sack the quarterback. That's where the hold came.
Well, I mean, shoot, man, you got both those scholarship ends coming up. I'm telling you, that's a nightmare. I'm just telling you, man, when you have 2 6'4", 6'5" type kids, you know, Carter Kessler's 245 pounds. I mean, that dude's unbelievable. You know, I was joking with him. I told him he's a couple pizzas away from getting kicked down to a 3 technique. But I'll tell you what, man, he is so good getting up the field. And they put so much stress on your tackles that you almost have to grab them. A traditional high school tackle, I said that when I said, you know, we came up here and watched them scrimmage, Aaron, and I watched those 2 tackles go to town, and I'm like, or those 2 defensive ends go to town on tackles. I'm like, the regular high school tackle that you're going to see in Division III and 4 and 5, they can't handle 2 scholarship kids like that. And that's what you're seeing is, that's why I was telling you, he can't come back and just sit back there because he's going to have a couple of dudes in his kitchen.
And it's not like you only have one on one side. They're bookends. There's one on each side. Here we go. Third down and long. Back to pass.
Almost got
pressure
him.
coming, and he'll be chased to the left. Still being chased by Sloan. He'll just fire it out of bounds as the Whippets were bringing the heat. And Travis Sloan and company with a terrific play. The pass will be incomplete as the quarterback was just running away. And I'll tell you what, Carter Kessler disruptive again, and then Sloan finished it off.
Great job by Sloan there. He's the force player out there. Listen, they realize we're rushing. We're telling Carter we're unleashing you, right? We're going to let you go get the quarterback. And you got to love it because Welsh, he bails out to the left because that's what you want. You want your right-handed quarterback bailing out to the left, not the right, throwing away from his strength. And then you got Sloan out there running around. That was picture-perfect defense by Coach Amicone and that staff. That's what it should look like. This is complementary football. Offense, defense doing exactly what needs to be done.
4th and 16 from Shelby's 42-yard line with 11:37 to play until halftime. And as they go to snap the football, to punt it away, I heard a whistle, and it's going to be a delay of game. There is a penalty marker somewhere on the field. I don't see it, but
yeah, and they're getting Brayden Devito off the field. They're like, hey, bud, since we're punting here, come over here and have a quick hit of that Gatorade, get you a little relaxation. Maybe kick a lawn chair up for him. You know what I mean? Let him put his feet up before he goes out and does some damage here on the offensive side.
He'll be busy in just a moment. 11:37 to play until halftime. 15-0 Shelby. Now 4th and 21. Bath and Welsh will not get a good punt away. It'll go up in the air and hit it about the Whippet 34-yard line. Take a couple hops inside the 30 and roll dead at the 29-yard line. So Shelby will have pretty decent starting field position in their own end. 11:26 to play. Second quarter. Regional semifinal. Shelby 15 and Bath nothing. Glad to have you tonight. WMAN OH report for live high school playoff football. And we're going to check scores throughout the night. Adam Thompson's been sharing some with us. We'll have him at our website as well, WMANFM.com. That's presented by North Central State College.
And Shelby coming out here. Look at this. I love this. And these are the gadget things that they do. Here we go. Get ready.
They line up in the eye, as you mentioned, everybody behind one another. We saw that in the playoffs last year in the regionals, Erik at Arlen Field, and guess what? They get a penalty.
Well, you got to get set. They broke, and the person that's snapping the ball there looked like, I don't know who snapped it and handed it to Brady Bowman there, but you got to make sure Lambert's set, and then Lambert's got to do a good job of sprinting out there and getting his foot down. You got to be set for a count. That's what we always tell people. Listen, it's got to be set. 1,001, snap the ball. If you don't, you're going to get motioned, and that's what happened. This officiating crew's done a really nice job here through a quarter and about a minute here of this game.
By the way, I mentioned our scoreboard at our website. Half of all NC State students begin college while in high school. NC State, we belong to the community. You belong here. We'll get you a Colonel Crawford Hillsdale update. Got those ready to go here in a moment. Whippets 1st and 15 from their own 24-yard line. Just over 11 minutes to play until halftime. Devito back to pass. Pressure coming. He'll spin. Get away from the defender. Now throw it up the field. Got a receiver and caught it. Across the 25 and out near the 27-yard line to the far side of the field. It was Travis Sloan. And again, Devito, like Houdini, just getting away from people and threw it up the field. You don't get much of a gain up the field, Erik, but right there just getting bailed out by his back out of the backfield. Put him down for about a 40-yard gain to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman, man. You're running back there huffing and puffing.
I'm going to get him, right?
Yeah, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. And then he's like, no, you don't. And then you're like, I'm telling you, nothing more frustrating than that.
Second down, 11 Shelby, their own 28-yard line. 10:40 to go until halftime. 15-0 Whippets. Devito in the gun. 3 wide receivers left. Handoff Sloan. Right side. He is taken down. Terrific play on the far side of the field. I'm going to say that was the big guy, Erik. Jack Rader on the D-line. Number 99, 6'4", 270 pounds. He is a big dude.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, terrific right there as he was able to take him down. Yeah. And it's going to be 3rd down and 12. That's about a yard loss.
Right, and that play right there, just you're kind of running that little outside stretch play, little cut back to the boundary. Great job defensively there by Bath. Got to tip your cap. Their second level did a good job of pursuing. Looks like Shelby might be taking a timeout here.
They're going to burn a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 9:58 to play, second quarter. Shelby 15, Bath nothing. Whippets 3rd and 12. Football is at their own 27-yard line, and we can give you some scores. believe we have a few scores I'm going to share here. I think I saw Hillsdale's up 7-0. There we go. First quarter. Gallion and Perkins
look at that.
are still scoreless. Colonel Crawford up 7-0 on Centerburg. So, and Hillsdale just scored again. They're up 14-0 now on Sims Valley. So, tell you what, I look down at 7-0. I look up, Adam Thompson's already got a fresh, updated score in front of me.
That's what he does.
I know.
Listen.
That guy is quick.
Yeah, he does a great job. And you know, I'll tell you what, man. You know, it's going to be, this will be a big stop. What did I say? Bath needs at least, what, 1 3 and out, right?
Yep.
I said that at the beginning of the broadcast.
The Whippets started this drive with a penalty.
Right, and they started with a penalty. So now, and then they, you know, we had a negative play there. So now we got about a 3rd and long 12, maybe 13. And so we'll see what they have. It looks like Bath is playing man under, 2 deep. Okay, so we'll see what Shelby runs here and beat these man beaters.
4 wide receivers, 3rd and 12 from their own 27-yard line. 9:58 to go until halftime. 15-0 Whippets. DeVito back to pass, going to fire one up the field. He's got Lambert streaking. Oh, he dropped
catch
it.
the ball.
He was streaking into Bath territory, and DeVito put it on him at the 37-yard line, and Lambert just could not bring it in. What a ball by DeVito.
Wow, what a throw. That ball, he couldn't run out and hand that ball to him any better. You just want to see, you know, you got to make it may not hurt him today, but moving forward, you have to make those catches. That ball was perfectly thrown. Great opportunity to learn, but you'd like to see that play. And listen, nobody wanted to make that catch more than Lambert, right? But just, man, you'd like to see him make that catch and help his quarterback out.
4th down and 12, Shelby football at their own 27-yard line, and Michael Shepard will boot it away. 9:49 to go until halftime. 15-0 Shelby, and the return man for Bath could have caught it around the 29-yard line. He just lets it hit, and the Whippets will head up the field. Case and Cook will be able to touch the football up. They'll lose maybe 4 or 5 yards, but it could have been a lot worse on the turf, and Bath will have it at their own 22-yard line. I'll tell you what, nice punt by Michael Shepard, Eric, because that really does flip the field.
Yeah, great job there, good punt, and you know, Aaron, I always tell you this. You know, even as a head coach, I was the special teams coordinator. I took pride in that because there's 2 philosophies, right? It either can't hurt me, right? But I believe it can win a game for you. And I don't, it didn't hurt him bad there, but just, if you're going to be back there, catch the ball. That's why you're back there. I don't like this letting the ball hit and roll.
Here we go, Bath 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Just over 9 to go until halftime. The quarterback will pull it down and run, and there is just nowhere to go. Sam Gwirtz again involved in the stop. It'll be a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. He got across the 23. Big Hunter Oney was in the neighborhood as well. By the way, last week I had a great chat with Coach Mahaney this week. Hunter Oney had 14 tackles a week ago. Sam Gwirtz had 16. They combined for 30.
Well, and what impresses you is that's your 2-eye, man, which means he's on the inside shoulder of that guard. So he, for a 2-eye to have that type of effect on a game is astronomical.
He moves well for a big
boy.
Back the pass, and Kessler nearly got the quarterback. He spun out of there, throws it to the sideline, incomplete, and got drilled by Sam Gwirtz. The ball goes incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and long as Kessler brought the pressure. Somehow Welsh got away as he goes to unload, got drilled by Gwirtz, and the ball's incomplete.
Yeah, good job by the quarterback Welsh there, just getting the ball away. I'll tell you what, he looked like Myles Garrett on that one. Right now, I'm not saying he's Myles Garrett. What I'm saying is, what a move. Just speed rush that tackle, and then that's why you have your backer spying on an athletic quarterback. Sam Gwirtz was right there to put the pressure on him. Good team D.
Myles Garrett-esque, no doubt about it. 3rd and 9 from their own 23. Back to pass, pressure coming in from Kessler. He'll get out of there. Welsh to the near side, throws it up the field. DeVito with an interception. Brayden Devito picks it off at the 42-yard line of Bath. Brayden DeVito literally doing it all. Yeah, 2 rushing touchdowns and an interception on defense.
Yeah, that was bad news, man. Once again, look at that speed rush again. That's all set up by that pass rush, and then here comes the support. And he's trying to throw the ball. He fakes it, and Brayden DeVito said, listen, dude, I'm going to go ahead and snatch this up, give my offense good positioning here. You know, his ability to play the ball, listen, in the air, he's a top-flight athlete, and then you put him in space with a ball in the air. I trust 2 to come down with that. Huge play by Superman.
8:48 to play until halftime. 15-0 Shelby. 1st and 10 at the Bath 42-yard line. DeVito's going to keep it to the 35, 30. DeVito makes a cut up the middle. 20, 15, 10, 5, and end zone. Brayden DeVito with a hat trick in the the first quarter. 3 rushing touchdowns. That one goes for 42 yards. I believe I heard you say Mr. Football a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah, wow, that is ridiculous. Watch the speed right here. He gets, look at it. Oh, there's such a subtle move there to set up his block. What a great job. Listen, Lima Bath came here. That, you know, I listened to the coach's interview. You know, I don't know if he really knew what he was coming into today. You can put on the film and know, man, he's pretty good. But then when you get out here and you see him live, I'm telling you, man, Brayden Devito is a different cat, man. And I'm telling you right now, that subtle move to set up his block to spring him to the 3rd level, just ridiculous, man. You don't coach that. You just have it. It's a sense.
Everett Harris on for the point after. There's the snap. That kick is on the way. And just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's good. We'll take a break. Final one in the first half. 8:40 to play until halftime. Shelby 22, Bath nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Welcome back to the beautiful Whippet Athletic Complex, and as we welcome
Shelby just
back,
got the onside.
Shelby just got the onside kick. We literally just took it back live, and the Whippets recover the onside kick. I believe it was Caden Stein, I believe, that got the onside kick. The OH Report, yes, there he is, 23, grabbed it at midfield, and the Whippet offense just scored. They got another chance again, leading 22-0. Second quarter with 8:39 to go until halftime. And this is what coaches talk about, Erik, by keeping that momentum on.
Yeah, great job there. That was executed really well by the kicker there. Excellent job. You got to love that. That thing was laid down perfectly. And you study that on film. As soon as you see that front line bailing, go ahead and do it. That's the time to call that too. Your defense is playing lights out. You got a 3-score lead. This is when you're trying to put that fork in them and, you know, kind of call it a game here. If Shelby puts one up here, well, we're looking at a disaster here for Bath.
Well, I'll tell you what, they'll have it at midfield. Coach Mahaney told me they're working on special teams. He know they struggled last week, Erik, in the extra point department. And we're going to have Michael Shepard line up at quarterback. He's going to hand it to DeVito, throws it back to Shepard. He'll load up. He'll fire one down the field. He's got Bowman out there, and the ball's going to be incomplete. Good job by the defensive back who got back. So that's the quarterback, by the way, who plays defensive back, Zach Welsch. It'll be incompleted around the 2-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great job. The scheme of the play worked well. It was set up well. Got to credit the defense back there. Welsh doing a great job playing center field and really turned the offense to defense there. Bowman did a good job of actually high-pointing that to try to save an interception. And excellent defensive play there. Way to stay home. That's good disciplined football there by the Wildcats.
So second down 10, Shelby from midfield. 8:30 to go until halftime. 22-0 Whippets. 3 wide receivers to the right. DeVito all by himself in the gun. Brayden calls for the football. He'll clap the hands. There's the snap. He'll turn, fire a bullet. Caught. Bowman, 40-yard line. Bath to the 30. Breaks out of a tackle. 25-20 to the outside to the 15 and tackled it around the 10-yard line. And is coming up to make a touchdown-saving tackle that time was Woodson Mikesell, the sophomore defensive back. Otherwise, Bowman was into the end zone, but Erik, he goes for 40 yards on that play.
And I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be honest here, and I'm a straight shooter. I don't like the defense. Why are you leaving one of the best players in the state of Ohio uncovered? There was nobody even over top him. That's just a catch and a throw. That's not good defense, man.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. DeVito takes the snap up the middle, inside the 5 and down near the 3-yard line. DeVito runs for 7, and the Whippets have it second and goal from the Bath 3-yard line. 8 minutes to go until halftime. 22-0 Shelby. And we are inside the Shakely Mechanical Red Zone. When things heat up at your house, keep your calm, keep your cool. Call the great people at Shakely Mechanical. Plumbing, heating, and cooling in Ashland. They'll take care of you. Devito is looking toward the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 17. Clock on the game down to 7:40 to go until halftime. 22-0 Shelby. Second and goal from the Bath 3-yard line. Two wide receivers, one each way. Devito in the gun, back to his right. Devito takes the snap, grabs it himself, and he is going to head into the end zone. And Brayden Devito has scored his 4th touchdown of the first half, but hang on, a penalty marker is out at the 4-yard line. Hang on. DeVito went in from 3 yards out. Will it be his 4th touchdown? It will. Brayden DeVito scores, and it's going to be a penalty on Bath.
Yeah, great job there. I have DeVito with 98 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns in the first half here. And we still
hang on. No,
they called it the wrong way.
I believe he called it the wrong way. He pointed Bath's way, right? Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I thought so, Adam.
Bath's way.
I love having the extra eyes with Adam, and I thought, well, he pointed Bath's way. Okay.
He did point. I was surprised because I thought it was hands to the face by the offensive lineman. But I was like, oh, maybe they saw something that I didn't see.
So the Whippets are going to get backed up.
Yeah, they're going to be backed up to the right around the 18-yard line there. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 18. But, dude, listen, the defender was even in position there, that right defensive end, but DeVito just being too good. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can draw something up schematically well, but then it's one thing to have to go try and tackle an athlete in space. And like I said, DeVito, he just goes above the X's and O's, man.
2nd and goal, Shelby from the Bath 18. 7:27 to play until halftime. 22-0 Whippets. He'll turn around.
Wow.
He'll fire a dart, and it's a touchdown pass into the end zone to Brady Bowman, who is streaking wide open. Nobody near him. And it's an 18-yard touchdown throw and catch. DeVito to Bowman. And Brayden DeVito has 4 touchdowns in the first half. The Whippets lead 28-0.
Yeah, we got 1 touchdown pass, 3 on the ground running. Just, what they call a pedestrian day when you're Mr. Football, man. This is called
a pedestrian half.
Yeah, listen, he's done this in his backyard, his entire life, and he comes out here and we get to enjoy it. It's like, it's like watching somebody go and paint and you just sit quietly and watch them with their brush just make a masterpiece. And I'm just impressed, man. They've come out really well today, and they haven't messed around, and they put their foot on the old throat.
They're going for 2. They'll hand it to Shepard. He pitches it back to DeVito. He'll throw it in the end zone. Nearly got the 2-point conversion, but it's batted down by Bath. It was going to Shepard. Excuse me, not Shepard, going to Kessler. He was open, but a good job there. Jumping up to knock it down was Woodson Mikesell. Otherwise, that is a 2-point conversion. It is no good. We'll keep it right here. Shelby 28 and Bath nothing with 7:22 to go until halftime. After the game, we're going to hand out some free pizza for a heck of a play. We saw a bunch already tonight. Thanks to Jeff Heck and Jeff Stifler. They're Mansfield's injury lawyers. You can get a free consultation at HeckLawOffices.com. And a quick reminder, we hand out the iHeartRadio Athlete of the Week each and every week thanks to the Neil Cady Insurance Agency of Ashland and Norwalk. You can get a free quote at NeilCadyInsurance.com.
Yeah, and I just going back and watching that play that Brady Bowman scores, I don't understand the coverage. I mean, you're not jamming him. There's nothing. You're not high-lowing him. He's just running free. I mean, the scouting report is very clear that kid's really good. He's really fast. I don't understand. I mean, I would be I would literally let anybody else on the field catch a ball and beat me other than Brady Bowman. I would make sure his life was miserable. And he's running around out here like he's having fun and, playing recess over there at the elementary school in the backyard.
Brayden DeVito, by the way, 58 touchdowns this season. And if you're keeping that career touchdown counter, 194 in his career. We're not even to halftime, week 13. Kickoff's going to hit off the knee of one of the Bath Wildcats. They're going to throw a penalty as one of the Whippets came in. The ball was loose.
Yeah,
he was just going for the football, but they threw a penalty marker out there. The officials a lot closer than we are, but I believe that's going to go on Shelby.
Yeah, that's not a good call. I know what they're calling, but he was going after the ball. What do you want him to do? From his standpoint, that's a loose ball, bobble. It's probably because he lunged at him, but I mean, you haven't solidified that is a guaranteed recovery, because that ball can come out from underneath him. I do know why they called it, though, because he did jump and he hit that head and neck area and was laying on the ground, so it's going to be a free 15 yards. But I will say this, I coach him up on that because I know why the flag was thrown, but what you don't want to do is I want him to still be aggressive going after a ball, but Good call. Not going to say it's not a good call because you can see here he comes
absolutely.
across.
Yep.
But you don't want to see that, especially going to that head and neck area. So I do understand the call, but I also understand the aggressiveness of Blevins there trying to recover that. Nonetheless, here, good field position for this Lyman Bath offense. Bath has to score here. If they don't score here, it is literally lights out. They've got to do everything they can from here on out to try to get something going offensively.
28-0 Shelby. Second quarter, 7:20 to play. And Bath will have it first and 10. Back to pass. Wells throws it up the field and overthrows his receiver. Landon Foltz was out there. He was targeting Logan Markley, and it'll be incomplete and bring up 2nd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is at their own 42-yard line. Again, high school football on WMAN, driven all season long by the Buckeye Superstore, State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the low payment kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Aaron Hines, Erik Will, and the OH Report, WMAN, all teaming up to bring you live high school playoff football on this Week 13 in the regional semifinals. Back to pass. They'll swing it left side. Hale caught it out of the backfield. Nowhere to go. Penalty marker is out. And one of the Bath players came in really late. And
where's the flag on that one?
We'll have a line of scrimmage at about the 40-yard line. Good job there by Foltz. And you can see right there,
you gotta
he
call
came in really late and landed on Foltz. I believe we may have a cramp or we have an injury on the far side with Bath.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, that's uncalled for. We got the big guy. You can see he's got him wrapped up.
There is a penalty marker that was out on the far side.
That should be an unspent. That should go 15 yards the other way. Because I agree with the call on Blevins. That should have been 15. That's equally as egregious. That's a big dude jumping on a small, skinny guy there. That one, you're losing at genetics, man. But anyways, they called it.
It is a hold on Bath. I don't think they called the hit.
Yeah, I can't.
The late hit at the end, they called the hold.
Yeah,
I don't know if the official missed that or not, but that was pretty obvious.
Yeah,
you can see it on the replay here.
Watch this. How
He's
late
on
this
the ground.
Is. He comes, tracks, boom. That's uncalled for. Can't do that, big fella.
So it will be a hold on Bath, and I believe it is a cramp, on the far side of the field.
Isn't it crazy? Week 13, and we're still cramped.
I'll tell you what, 48 degrees at kickoff, and it's holding pretty steady. It's pretty nice here in the press box. I think all of us would say, I know we're not out in the elements, but it's pretty nice here at the beautiful Whippet Athletic Complex. And I believe we are going to have the player, I don't know, Erik, it might not be a cramp. I think it is an injury to one of the wide receivers for Bath, but he is able to get off the field. And so Bath will have it now, 2nd down and 20 football. He's going to be at their own 32-yard line. 7:07 to play. Second quarter. Again, Shelby 28, Bath nothing tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. And again, remember, you can go tuition-free if you start on the regional campus like Mansfield. Make less than $100,000 a year. You're a resident of Ohio. Find out how you can go tuition-free. Go to mansfield.osu.edu and be a part of Buckeye Nation. Schedule a visit and apply. Back to pass on first down. Pressure is coming. 2nd down, and the quarterback will go down. Shepard and Gwert said, hey, let's meet at the quarterback. And they sack him back at the 24-yard line. I'll tell you what, Sam Gwert has been a monster here in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a great job. You're bringing 4 on that, but you hesitate and go. And once again, Carter Kessler just bringing him up the field and right
into Shepard too.
Yeah, Shepard and Gwert's getting in on that. And at halftime, Gallion down 7-0. Perkins up 7-0 at half.
All right, winner of that game plays the winner of this game next week at a neutral site in the regional championship game. 3rd down and 20. Back to pass. Penalty marker is out. Thrown to the near side. It's caught as Welsh got it out to his wide receiver. He'll get a couple of yards up the field, then spun down. We'll sort out the penalty. Likely will be on Bath as they got it out to Daniel Cole, and it'll be another hold, I believe. No, they're going to call roughing the passer.
Whoa, really? Let's take a look at this again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought the penalty marker came out.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, it is a good call.
Good call.
Yep.
That's not good football.
Nope. That is the right call.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Your defensive end needs to know better than that. That's a great call. Excellent call by the officials there. That was you can't do it, man. You can see the ball's been thrown. No reason to do that. And here's once again, those are the little things that right now it's not going to hurt you, although it does keep this drive going. But it's like, it's like as games get closer, Aaron, I'm a straight shooter. You know that. If I was sitting in a film room, I would say that's selfish football. You know what I mean? I'd say you can't do that. You're putting the 10 other guys who've done their job and their responsibility at risk because you've decided to go out and kind of like a solo, highlight play and doing something after the play's gone there. You just can't do that. You got to be smarter than, and he is smarter than that. He'll get coached up on it. I know he's a heck of a football player. He'll learn from it, but you can't have those things in games.
Bath first and 10 at their own 45-yard line. 5:54 to go until halftime. 28-0 Shelby. Handoff. Here's the running back. He'll somehow come right through the line and squirt his way into Whippet territory down near Shelby's 43-yard line. Mikey Hale, 5'7", 150, somehow just found his way right through the teeth of that defense. Bolts able to tackle him as well as Bowman. Bowman trying to sell that ball came out.
Yeah.
It'll be first down and 10. Handoff again. It'll go to the running back. There is nowhere to go right there in the middle as Shelby will grab him and take him down. Maybe a short gain. Good job there coming up to make that stop. Cole Dorsey from the secondary. But again, it's Mikey Hale on the carry. It's a gain of 3. Put him down at the 40. Give him 3. Yep. Second down, 7 Bath at Shelby's 40-yard line. 5:22 to go until halftime. Shelby 28, Bath nothing. The Wildcats trying to get in the end zone, put some points on the board. Quarterback in the pistol. 2 wide receivers left. He'll hand it off to Hale up the middle again. Short gain, working his way down near the 37-yard line. The Whippets able to ride him to the turf, but a third and man, and so about 4 coming up. Sam Gwertz again, one of many in on that stop. And Bath again will have it, Erik. Third down at about 4, and down 4 scores. This is 4-down territory.
Listen,
they
baby.
need points.
Oh, yeah, you're milking this thing, too. You want to be the last one to touch this and get a touchdown and go in. Because remember, Shelby's coming out with the ball after the half, too. So you need points, man. It's like you're in a desert and you see a mirage and you're going to drink that sand if it's necessary to stay alive.
4:37 to go until halftime. Third down, 40 yards to go. Bath at Shelby's 37. Back to pass. Welsh looking, pressure coming. A roll to the near side. Just throw it away.
It's going to be a flag.
Yeah,
They've got to call that.
I don't see any penalty marker yet.
Guys, you've got to throw the flag. There's nobody even in the.
It is incomplete.
And he's in the box too.
The officials are talking about it.
There's no way.
John Amico on the sideline. I can see
that
him
is absolutely ridiculous. You've got to call that.
Calling for intentional grounding as the quarterback went back to pass, and I think we're going to get a penalty. I believe.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what. There you go.
And there it is.
Yeah.
As the quarterback went back to pass, the pressure was on, and he was still in the box, and he just fired it away. And we'll get the replay on the OH report. Pressure was coming by Gwertz again, and he just unloaded that thing to the sideline. Nobody was in the zip code.
Yeah, the closest receiver was at Paul's drive-in having a big gulp. You know what I mean? Like, that's the easiest call of the night right there. Like, I can't even believe there was discussion on that. There should have been 3 flags thrown on that thing.
It will be, as you mentioned, an intentional grounding penalty. You get a loss of down on that as well. So hang on. It'll be 4th down for Bath. There seems to be some confusion on the sideline. I think Bath was thinking 3rd down.
Well, and it should be a loss of down. So
that's what I said. It should be 4th down, correct?
Yes, correct. If it was 3rd down there, it should be 4th down and right there.
Because that's a loss of down.
And it's a spot foul, too.
It's a loss of down. There the official will give the sign, so it will be 4th down for Bath.
Now you got to punt the ball if you're Bath. And that's what they were doing. They were doing a line change there.
Erik, it's going to back them up. They are now going to have the football. Line of scrimmage is their own 45-yard line. 4:27 to play until halftime. Shelby 28, Bath nothing. It is now 4th down. They have to get all the way down inside Shelby's 35 at the 33. So 4th and about 22. They're going to punt it away. The Whippets have an opportunity to get it back, score again, and get the ball coming out in the 3rd quarter. Welsh back to punt it away. The ever so dangerous one. Brady Bowman back deep, and he got a punt away. And I think it partially got blocked.
He did.
He went to punt it away on the snap.
Samsel.
And Samsel came flying in. And he got a fingertip on it. The ball will go out of bounds. Let's get that replay on the OH report. Samsel shot right through, and you got it. He got it with one of his hands. It went out of bounds inside Shelby territory at around the 46-yard line. They're going to put it on the 45. I don't think it got to the 45.
Yeah, well, here's what's crazy about that. Samsel's all of maybe 5'9", man, on a good day when they stretch him out.
But he came up the middle.
That's right. I mean, literally,
untouched.
Nobody touched him. And you tell your personal protector you work inside out. Inside's the most present clear danger. You've got to take the inside guy and let the outside guy go. And, Bath just kind of being discombobulated here.
Shelby 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Back to pass. DeVito, Bowman, midfield, caught it. 40-yard line of Bath. Changing gears to the 30. Direction, 20, 15, 10. Kiss him goodbye. 55 yards. Bowman's second score tonight. Second TD pass from DeVito. And the Whippets are really, really looking good in the first half. Now up 34-0.
Yeah, man, this is woodshed stuff right now here. And, man, how about that just leaking out of the backfield there, and then Brady Bowman doing what he does. He's running like a crocodile's chasing him. That's what they tell you. You got to zigzag there. You don't want that crocodile catching you. And he's running like he stole something down the sideline there. And, Shelby right now just, like I said, when I was growing up and you got in trouble, you had to go behind the woodshed. You know what I mean? And Granddad was going to come visit you, and that's what's going on right now.
Second touchdown catch for Brady Bowman. 5th touchdown in the first half for Brayden Devito. 3 rushing, the hat trick, and 2 passing. And the Whippets rolling right now 34-0 with 4:10 to play until halftime. And Everett Harris, who has been a busy dude, is on for the point after. Gertz will hold. There's a snap. He'll put it down. Kick is on the way. And that kick, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, is up. It is good. It's a good idea to stop by Mill Iron Auto Parts. You'll receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Irons, supporting local high school athletics as we watch Brady Bowman zig and zag and dart into the end zone. 4:10 to play until halftime. We'll keep it right here. Shelby 35 in Bath nothing. In the Whippet offense that averages 46 points per game, the Whippet defense that allows 8 per game, both looking pretty good here in the first 2 quarters.
No, and I'm going to tell you, offensively, I knew Shelby would look good. They give up 27 a game. I knew Shelby was going to score points. What's actually blown me away is how well their defense has played. Shelby's defense is flat dialed in and just playing with bad intentions today. And the game plan has been phenomenal. Bath has not at any point in time even been a threat to score, even when they've had the ball in plus territory. And so Coach Amicone and that defensive staff, man, great job. Your kids are playing well, they're playing fast, and they're playing with bad intentions.
You're the expert, but me calling this game, the pressure the Whippets are putting on the quarterback.
And that's a staple, right? Those 2 defensive ends, that's what I said. That's why I talk about cage rushing. They're going to get up the field. Well, you're 2-eye, because they don't do a true shade. They do a 2-eye, and then they play a 3 technique. You just tell them, just get vertical and maintain your lane, and that quarterback will stop right up into your lap, and they've done that quite a bit tonight.
Everett Harris, busy man, will kick it off. Going to be fielded by Bath at about the 30-yard line. The return man across the 35, get to the 40, and then shove back on the return. Eli Stevens, 6'4", 170-pound sophomore for Bath. And by the way, the Bath is I didn't know this, they're the smallest school in the Western Buckeye League. I did not know that until I talked with their head coach, Frank Russell. And if you're not aware of the Western Buckeye League, good football. Wapakoneta, Shawnee, Elida, Van Wert, OG out of Glandorf. And Shelby's played a lot of those teams over the last several years in the playoffs.
And had a lot of success against them, right? So, Shelby's done really, really well here recently. Like you said, Glandorf last year, and I think they played Elida as well.
We called both of those games.
We called both of those games. But I'll tell you what, like I said, defensively, what a great job here. And listen, still plenty of time. Trust me, Coach Mahaney wants another score here. You're going to see him be aggressive. And then they want to come out and score another one. And then you're probably going to start seeing some guys get pulled.
Halftime, Perkins 7. Galleon nothing over at Hines Park. Back to pass here is Welsh. He'll pull it down. Grabbed by Hunter Oney. Line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. They'll give him a yard gain. Oney and company. Trying to see who else was in the middle. Big Hunter Oney grabbed him with one arm, but he had some help on the far side. I see Kyler Williams was in there. Carter Kessler. I think Samsel was in there. Good job by the Whippets. They've been tackling in numbers. Clock at 3:41 to go until halftime. Shelby 35, Bath nothing. 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats football. He's at their own 41-yard line. I talked with Coach Mahaney. He told me one thing Coach Amicone was preaching all week defensively. We need to tackle. We need to tackle. They've tackled very well here tonight.
Listen, the game's played in space. When I was growing up, the whole thing was played in a phone booth, right? Now now you've got guys in space. So it's incumbent upon your defensive guys. You better be good tacklers.
Second down and 9. Bath back to pass. Pressure coming again. Quarterback will step up. He'll be grabbed and taken down for a loss back at around the 38-yard line. The Whippets literally just bringing the heat. Kessler brought it off the edge, but also Dorsey, Gwurtz all in there. I think Shepard's going to be credited with that tackle. He's the one that grabbed him in the middle. But Erik, it is just wave after wave, and there's just, it seems like one red jersey after another coming at you.
Yeah, their offensive line right now is on skates, man. They're just, this defensive line from Shelby, and then Coach Amicone's doing a great job, just really changing up their blitz, changing up their look, moving around. Then those two ends are, those two tackles are going to go to sleep tonight and wake up in a cold sweat screaming, seeing those two guys running after them.
35-0 Shelby, 2:24 to go until halftime. Third down, 11 Bath at their own 39-yard line. They go to snap the football, and I believe, did somebody move early or delay a game? It'll be a false start. Somebody moved early. So Bath on third down will back them up. And again, Erik, when you think about it in this way, as an offensive lineman, you know they're bringing the pressure. It's not that you're trying to leave early, but you're trying to anticipate, right? Getting a little bit of a head start before big Kessler or big Shepard comes rolling at you.
Yeah, like I said, about 3 or 4 times after that quarterback starts getting up off his back or he's running for his life back there, those tackles try to do a kickstart early and they try to get themselves up. Listen, the goal there is to try to make the defender make the first move. The problem is they're so quick, they're beating them back to their to their spot.
Third down and 16, back to pressure coming. Kessler was there. They'll throw a little one to the wide receiver. This is McDermott. He'll catch it across the 35, hits the 40, and he'll be tackled. Andrew McDermott at around the 41-yard line. Good job. I believe it was Dorsey or Samsel on the far side. Let's see. It was Samsel on the stop. Got it across the 40-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress near the 41. Yes. Timeout Whippets. We'll keep it here. 1:47 to play until halftime. 4th down and 9 now for Bath. 35-0 Shelby. Whippets want to get it back. They'd love to score again because they get the football to start the third quarter. And the Whippets literally have scored about every time they've touched it. Brayden Devito's had a monster first half, 5 touchdowns. He has an interception. Brady Bowman's had a big first half. And you can literally name your Whippet, Erik, on the defensive line. Kessler, Shepard, Gwurtz, Samsel, all those guys have had a big impact in the first half.
Yeah, and what you got to like here is that, you know, their team defense, they're running to the football. You preach that hardcore. That's a sign of a good defense. Number one, your gap integrity on run gaps. Then you play your passing situations well, meaning that you have, if you're in zone, you know what your coverage is. If you're in man, you have good technique and you're playing your trail, and then your safeties are playing over top. And Aaron, what you got to love about this is Shelby's guys that after the ball has been released or the play's been designed and they've you know, whether it's a run or pass, you see 11 hats get into the football, and that's a recipe for success. That means your defense is disciplined and they're hungry and they want to get off the field. Listen, it's very simple. You talk to your defensive guys all the time. Say, guys, listen, you know, if the team's on the field for 8, 9, 10 plays, that's on you, man. You got to get off the field. Shelby's done that tonight, man.
And then he give the ball to number 2, and he does his thing, as we saw all night. Brayden Devito with 5 scores in the first half. 4th down and long. They're going to go for it back to pass, and Kessler will grab the quarterback and sack him back at the 36-yard line. Carter Kessler has been coming off that edge like a heat-seeking missile all night, and he drills the quarterback for a sack, and the Whippets will have it in Bath territory and right around the 35-yard line.
I think they were trying to run a screen there because the tackle did hit him, and you could see he was trying to leak out. And watch the tackle kind of try to leak out here.
Give him a shove, and it kind of pushed him into it.
But you got it. People forget this. Just because it's a screen doesn't mean you're a screen door. You know what I mean? Like, you at least want to give him a shot and try to at least stymie him for a half a step. Especially with Carter Kessler, man. He's going to get back to your quarterback and destroy him, and that's what you saw there. Shelby right now is just wow, just absolutely playing with their hair on fire.
Wow is the right word. 1st and 10, Shelby at the Bath 35. DeVito back to pass, going to roll it, and he's going to run it to the near side. He'll get a very short gain, about a yard, down to the 34-yard line. Andrew McDermott, the senior defensive back, 6 feet even, 180 pounds, up to make that stop. It'll be a gain of about a yard for Brayden Devito. Clock, 1:24 to go until halftime. Shelby 35, Bath nothing. Whippets 2nd down 9. They're at the Wildcat 34-yard line. DeVito in the gun, got it back to his right. 3 wide receivers out wide to the left. Clock down to 1:12. DeVito has everybody set at the line. He'll now slide his back Sloan out to the right. He's by himself in the gun. Calls for the football. Devito back to pass. Loads up. Throws it down the middle. Bowman open at the 10 to the 5. Bowman hits a guy at the 2-yard line and spins into the end zone. Brayden Devito's 6th touchdown of the night. Bowman's got 3 receiving. And the Shelby Whippets are flat out rolling. 41-0 Shelby. 58 seconds to play in the first half.
You know, once again, just don't understand the coverage, man. Your backer gets a small piece of him. He sits, you know, your safeties are bailing to the point they're basically inside the end zone. I guarantee Brayden DeVito cannot believe that Brady Bowman is that wide open. He's probably thinking he hasn't been that wide open since the first week or 2 of the season. I'm just surprised that that's been their defensive philosophy. But you know what, Erik? That's why you're giving up 27 a game. And then when you play a team like Shelby and you have warts, they expose those things quick.
Brayden DeVito with a half a dozen touchdowns in the first half. Everett Harris, that right leg's been busy. Extra point is on the way, and that kick, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's up, it's good. 58 seconds to play until halftime. We'll keep it here. Shelby 42 and Bath nothing. Always a good idea to stop by Mill Iron Auto Parts to receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Iron supporting local high school athletics, and Brady Bowman did a great job. Caught it, got hit at about the 2-yard line and spun into the end zone. And man, you know on a scouting report the DeVito to Bowman connection is good. It has been flat out awesome here in the first 2 quarters.
Well, according my stats are a little rough, but I'll tell you what, I'm pretty good with the simple math here. I do have that Shelby degree here. But I got Bowman with 174 yards and 3 touchdowns.
174.
174. He's had a decent day. And
the DeVito kid's not bad too.
The DeVito kid's not bad as well. But you know, Bowman's smooth, man. He's got really good hands, subtle movement. We know he's got top end elite speed. I'm just surprised that the way that they've been playing him. Very little resistance, maybe a simple shove. When Shelby moves him around, it's like they don't know what to do with him. And, you know, like I said, if anybody's beating me, it can't be 12, and I got to do my best job at trying to keep my eyes on 2. But really, Shelby right now, they're playing chess, and unfortunately, Bath's playing checkers.
High school football on WMAN, driven by the Buckeye Superstore, State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the low payment kings, BuckeyeSuperstore.com. Less than a minute to go until halftime. Kickoff by Harris. Going to be fielded by McDermott across the 25. Hits the 30 and tackled right there. I think it was Blevins down on the stop. Luke Blevins, the freshman.
Making up for that personal foul earlier in the game there.
He pounced on a touchdown a week ago on a blocked punt.
And we should get to see him in the second half here. Which, you know, I like that. I love that freshman running back. I've been high on that dude all year.
We saw Luke Blevins week 1 at Madison, and he stood out in that second half. And Brayden DeVito.
Yeah, and Adam giving us a little stat here. DeVito he's accounted for 6 touchdowns in the first half, and Al Bundy had, 3 in a game? 4 in a game, yeah. So basically what we're saying is Brayden DeVito's greater than Al Bundy.
In one half? All right, I love having Adam in the booth through the window. Gives us all kinds of great stuff, as it will be Bath to start this drive. It's going to be the handoff. Will be to the running back, Mikey Hale, and he'll plow his way ahead. Not a bad run there. Line of scrimmage was the 31. He got about 6 yards up near the 37. Second down for Bath at their own 37-yard line. 30 seconds to go until halftime. Handoff again to the running back. He'll be grabbed and taken down at the 45-yard line by Landon Foltz. It is a home and kitchen supply first down, so he'll get about 8 yards there. Again, moving quickly, Mikey Hale, but down to 24 seconds to play until halftime. Bath first and 10 at their own 45 under center, and as they go to snap it, whistles sound, timeout taken by Shelby.
Shelby wasn't going to have 12 guys on the field. They were going to have 13 guys on the field. They were trying to make a substitution.
Okay.
And Bath, you know, obviously there's 20 seconds left. They're not looking to go at it. But listen, they're running unbalanced as well. So that means you have to treat, unbalanced means that you take, where you normally have a tight end, you're taking a tackle over that way, right? So you're extending the offensive line one way or another. You have to treat the guard to the unbalanced like he's the center. Does that make sense? Because otherwise you get outnumbered. So that's what he's probably talking about as well. You don't want to have 13 guys on the field, but then you also want to say, guys, listen, that's unbalanced. We need to shift that over. They've practiced that, I guarantee it. You always spend time talking about the unbalanced line. And so, like I said, you want to treat that guard to the unbalanced side. You want to treat that like the center to get everybody lined up in the right position.
All right, so 20 seconds to play until halftime. Shelby 42 and Bath Bath, nothing. Wildcats have it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line as we approach halftime, and they approach midfield. And they're going to run the football just right up the middle. This is like a true rugby scrum, and the back just disappears.
Hey, what?
I know they're going to work their way across midfield. That was not the normal running back. Trying to see who carried the football there.
Yeah,
okay, that is, Erik, that was L.J. Davenport. 6'4", 260 pounds. Where's number 0 and plays on the defensive line. They're going to give it to Hall here to end the first half. He'll plow his way down inside the 45 near the 43, and that will take us to halftime. And you can hear the Shelby faithful. They love what the Whippets did in the first 2 quarters. And we have reached halftime of tonight's Division IV Regional Semifinal, where the Shelby Whippets were some kind of impressive in the first 2 quarters. If you're just tuning in, Shelby 42, Bath nothing, as they get Erik Welsch quick takeaways, and we'll go to break here. We'll have the marching band coming up on the OH report. Erik, Brayden Devito with 6 touchdowns in the first half. He hasn't even 60 on the season. You used Mr. Football to start the broadcast. Boy, he looked like it in the first half.
I'm not joking when I say this. I want to see the effect on the game, right, offensively and defensively. I want to see the yardage per quarter, because you're talking about a kid that coming into the playoffs, he'd only played 25 of the 40. He did not take a snap in 15 quarters and still had the yardage and the effect on the game that he did. You're talking about the guy who has 60 touchdowns. Who's better? Who is better? I'm not joking. I want to see him. I want you to put, because if Brayden Devito is listen, I coached at Olentangy Liberty. If Brayden Devito was at Olentangy Liberty, he's probably almost a shoe-in for Mr. Football. Why? Because there's big school bias, okay? I was there. We were Division II, we were Division I. And I'm not ripped, because there's great players all over the state, but I'm just telling you, Brayden Devito tomorrow could go to almost every one of those other schools, and I guarantee you he's their starting quarterback. He's that good. And he would do this, if not even more, with the type of Division I talent that people want to talk about. He's the best player in the state of Ohio. Give him the trophy.
All right, we'll take a break. Brayden Devito, 6 touchdowns in the first half, 3 rushing, 3 passing. All 3 passing went to Brady Bowman. We'll come back with first half stats. Halftime in Shelby. Whippets 42, Lima Bath Wildcats nothing. We'll take a break. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Stop it. Stop it. Listen, trying to trick me. It's working. Yeah. Not in the, yeah, I was going to say, not in the way that I want.
African-American communities in the 1960s with all rhythm, groove, and energy. Tonight, amazing Shelby Whippets marching band brings that funk back to the football field for the second time since the beginning of this amazing season. We kick off our halftime performance with a lapel classic, later revived by Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, and Lil Kim. Here is Lady Marmalade.
Doing restaurants. No, actually, I was doing somewhere. I don't mix that up
In 1986, the funk group Canada released a song that became one of the most recognizable funk hits of the decade. With its driving beat, infectious groove, and signature catchphrase, this tune had everyone on the dance floor. Featuring our majorette, Lacey Bowenhart, and Bailey Bishop. Get ready, y'all, because the amazing Shelby Whippets Marching Band is about to bring the funk with cameos. Word up.
Tricks of the train. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I like it. I like having it over there because I don't mind waiting up here, but what I really like about it is I can focus up here and then I kind of get in the face of I can glance over here and then I don't sometimes I focus too much on the easily distracted by standing out there. Like hits it just right. Oh no. I'm comfortable.
go home with our finale. In 1973, Cool Gang released a funk anthem that became one of their biggest hits. With its powerful groove, driving hard, and irresistible energy, this classic remains a proud favorite. The amazing Shelby Whippets marching band closes out their halftime show as they jam out to Jungle Boogie.
Yeah, no, he's from the rescue. Okay. He used to do before or after. I think they got just cleaner. I will say that I have some people that go to the live shows a lot. They say really strong that they don't like live stuff.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain train heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
to Shelby, where it is halftime of Week 13 of the high school football season in the Division IV Regional Semifinal. It is all Shelby at halftime. Whippets 42 and Lima Bath Wildcats nothing, as we welcome you back inside the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. Aaron Hines, Erik Welsch, WMAN, teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school football on this second Friday in November. Nice night for football and a nice first half for the Shelby Whippets. Let's give you quickly the scoring summary. Erik will have the stats. Shelby got on the board at the 7:48 mark of the opening quarter. Brayden Devito, 1 of 6 touchdowns in the first half. He ran it in from 17 yards out. Point after by Everett Harris. Good 7-0 Whippets. Devito at the 3:49 yard. Darts in. I mean, an incredible run. Superman move. You have to go back on the OH Report and watch those highlights. 20-yard run to the end zone and the 2-point conversion like a bulldozer by Michael Shepard, who plowed his way in. 15-0 Shelby then, and Shelby led 15-0 after one quarter. Second quarter, Shelby scores 4 times. Brayden DeVito at the 8:40 mark, a 42-yard touchdown run. 22-0 after the point after by Harris, and then 3 straight touchdown passes to Brady Bowman. At the 7:22 mark, an 18-yarder. 2-point conversion was no good at the 4:10 mark. A 55-yard touchdown pass to Bowman. Point after good by Harris, 35-0. And then with 58 seconds to play in the first half, a 34-yard touchdown catch by Bowman, who got hit at the 2-yard line and spun his way in. Point after by Harris. Exclamation point. Shelby 42, Bath nothing at halftime.
Yeah, and I think coming in, we said Shelby's defense against Bath's offense. That's the matchup we wanted to see. And they've aced it. Literally, it's a perfect. They've done so well. And, when you look at the yardage difference, let's look at Bath, 32 passing yards. You're talking about a team that's coming in, and they're averaging, Aaron, 283 yards through the air a game.
Thrown for almost 3,000.
Almost 3,000 yards coming in, and they're sitting at 32 yards. And then you look at the 75 yards rushing, and most of that was done with Hale. He had 67 yards at the half for a total of 107. And then you can just see it. Shelby, right? 243 yards through the air, 174 yards for Bowman, 15 for Shepard. Paz has 40. Baker has 10. Sloan has 4, sorry. So that comes out to 243 yards. And then you got the 99 yards there rushing, most of which is obviously DeVito, 96 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, most people, that's a game. You know what I mean? And for Shelby, that was one half. And you're going to see him come out here. Coach wants him to come out. He's going to want him to execute. They might even just play through the third quarter. Aaron, you have to. They've got to get used to playing. It's not, you can't worry about hurting people's feelings. You got to get your kids prepped and your players repped. They won't play into the fourth, but I guarantee they're going to play the third quarter, and they have to. You got to be conditioned. They got to be used to coming out and playing, because whether it's next week or definitely 2 weeks, if they were blessed enough to go to that state Final Four, you've got to have kids dialed in, and they've got to be in shape.
For 4 quarters, as you talk about. 42-0 Shelby at halftime. Other scores, Adam Thompson, our terrific director, tells us that Gallion has tied the game with Sandusky Perkins. Pirates, Tigers, 7-7 third quarter over at Heisey Park in Gallion. Winner of Shelby Bath gets the winner of Perkins and Gallion next Friday night for a regional championship game. Other games around the area. Hillsdale up 34-0 over Sims Valley third quarter. Colonel Crawford 21, Centerburg 7 third quarter. And also McDonald leading Monroeville third quarter 27-13. You can always check the scores at our website as well. We have them posted at WMANFM.com on the North Central State College High School football scoreboard. Adam Thompson, thank you, our terrific director. I was called the guy that flies the plane, keeps everything smooth.
He does a great job. Listen.
Drops in an Al Bundy quote once in a while.
Yeah, Brian Skoronsky said, listen, I'm not going to just send you somebody. I'm sending you my GOAT. I'm sending you the best I've got. And Brian, if you're listening out there, bud, whatever you're paying Adam, triple it.
Well, what's funny is after last week's game, Erik Welsch put in the request early. We want Adam Thompson, and you got your wish. So you got some pull, right?
Yeah, I did. Well, we were just working together so well. And I'm not a huge superstitious guy, but why break up the band, right? We got a bunch of #1 hits going, right, Adam?
That's right. As long as I'm not singing, the hits are good. Here we go. Bath will start the third quarter with the kickoff to Shelby, and it's a little squib, low line drive kick. Good job by Shelby coming up the field of football. It was Griffin Yeager who blocked the punt a week ago, and Blevins fell on it in the end zone, and he'll slide and make that catch right around the 40-yard line. Good job right there.
Now here we go, coaching point. Here's what I'm talking if I'm Coach Mahaney at halftime. We're not playing the scoreboard. Does that make sense? I don't care what the score is. We're coming out. I want to look good. I want to look crisp. Don't waste this first half. You came out and played and executed at a high level. You played like your hair was on fire. I want to see eyes, hands, chest, and feet. I want to see this operation looking like as crisp as possible. I want to make sure that this half looks good. You do not want to go into your regional championship game not playing your best football. Look crisp.
Remember, running clock. We've already went through a minute here into the third quarter. Handoff. Running back. This is Luke Blevins. He'll get his way into bad territory, and he's going to break free to the bad 30, to the 20, and you can kiss Luke Blevins goodbye. 60 yards to the house. Luke Blevins, the freshman, he got a crease and he hit it. And Luke Blevins starts 60 yards for a Shelby touchdown on the first play of the third quarter.
That's my guy, man. That's the kid I want to see, right? I think as this tournament goes on, you might need a guy like Blevins. He's aggressive. You saw the speed. How about him pulling away? That's a freshman out there running like he's angry at the grass, like he stole something, man. And he's just taking off. He split the safety and just ran. Great job. A little stutter step. You got to see the speed there. That's the future right now. You know what I mean? That's what you're getting to see here.
The future looks good.
The future looks good. Trust me, next year, he's going to be a very vital point of that Shelby offense. You get a little taste of it tonight.
I had a chance to talk with his dad last week, and I'll tell you what, really excited for Luke Blevins. We heard all about him coming up through middle school, and boy, did he show here in the playoff in the third quarter. Dart into the end zone. Here's the point after. Everett Harris. Wirtz will hold. Kick is on the way, and that kick, just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's up, it's good. We'll step aside. 9:44 to go, third quarter. Shelby 48, Lima Bath nothing. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Good. Well, the officials didn't throw the penalty marker quick enough because the kick was good. Then the penalty marker came out. We broke away. So it was a false start on Shelby. But guess what? Everett Harris said, I don't care. Back me up 5 yards. Right. And he boots through the extra point. So it is good. And Shelby now leads 49-0 with 8:47 to play here in the third quarter. And again, that extra point, good. Just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, you'll receive top dollar for your used vehicle. Mill Irons, supporting local high school athletics. 8:47 to play, third quarter. Shelby again now leading 49-0. And again, you talked about the speed of Luke Blevins. Is he somebody, as you get a little further in the playoffs, regional title, you know, that can help you, Erik, because you never know who can make a big play. And the Whippets have weapons all over the field.
Well, he's one of those guys, he's been on a lot of their special teams. He gets a lot of time, and he's over 360 yards rushing on the year. So you're talking about a guy who's actually their number 2 leading rusher. He's, number 3. He's just behind Gavin Baker and Brayden DeVito, but that is his 5th touchdown of the year. So heck of a football player he's going to be, and he's pretty darn good now, and you know he's going to be really good moving forward. So, you know, Shelby right now just playing really well and clock running here, and that's what's crazy. It's like when you call a basketball game and there's a foul and just time running.
Yeah, the running clock here in the second half when the lead is 30 points or more, and Shelby has a 49-0 lead. Kickoff is going to be fielded, but Eli Stevens slips and his knee goes down at the 25-yard line, so no return yardage there as he went to catch it, and his left foot just kind of slid out from underneath him. And Bath will have it. I think they're officially going to spot him at the 26-yard line. 8:03 to go, third quarter. Shelby 49 and Bath nothing, as we mentioned, and Erik talked about it. For Shelby, a lot of times in a regular season game, maybe even early in the postseason, you'd have your starters out of the game. But you mentioned you get to a regional title game next week. You're in a four quarter game. They have to have reps in the second half.
And you can tell that Bath's coming out. They're not even going spread. They're just essentially going unbalanced. And there you go. See him moving them over there. That's good defense right there. They made that adjustment, treating that guard like the center. And there's the difference.
And Bath will hand the football off left side, and the back will squirt his way through. It'll be a short gain. Again, on the stop that time for Shelby was Sloan. That was Mikey Hale who went left side. And, one of the things that Coach Mahaney talked to me about it as a gain of about 2 yards, that the defense had to communicate in this game with everything Bath was going to throw at him. He says communication is so key.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. When you're thinking about defensive, you're kind of looking at this going, why would Bath just go to, just essentially a run game here, right? Just double tight, unbalanced, whatever they're doing here. Well, it's because have you watched their pass protection? You know what I mean? Like, those defensive ends are getting home almost every play, so you're just trying to shorten the game and get out.
Second down, 8. This is Davenport. He gets upended as he worked his way up the field. Up to make that stop was Brody Gray, number 77, the senior, the defensive tackle, 6 feet, 240 pounds, kind of went low, and just Davenport kind of went over the top, and he falls down right around the 32-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards. It is 3rd down and 4. Bath football is going to be at their own 32-yard line. Clock moving, or running clock in the third quarter. 6:16 to play. Shelby 49 and Bath nothing. If you were just tuning in, Shelby literally has been impressive in every phase of the ball game tonight. Bath 3rd and 4. They'll hand the football off. The back will break it to the near side. He'll be close to a first down. He gets to the 35-yard line. That's Hale up to make the stop for Shelby.
Well, they're spotting him. He had to get to the 36. Okay,
it was Yeager on the stop, and they're going to give him the first down. They're going to say he got to cross the 35 to the 36-yard line. I thought he got stopped right on the 35.
I did too. I think that they gave him a generous spot.
That was a generous spot in a 49-0 game. 5:40 to go, third quarter. Shelby 49, Bath nothing. Wildcats 1st and 10. At their own 36-yard line. They'll pack everybody in, as Erik mentioned, at the line of scrimmage. They'll hand the football off to the running back. Good run this time. Off the right side of Hale across the 40 and out near the 42-yard line. Again, up to make that stop. Dorsey was in there, but also Griffin Yeager again. He's been involved a lot. Sam Gort's in the neighborhood as well, and Bath running the football, as you mentioned, Erik. In a running clock game, it doesn't matter what you do because the clock doesn't stop.
Right.
But Bath, as you mentioned, we were going to see 4 and 5 wide. We saw that in the first half, but definitely changing that here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and here's the thing, once again, this is something to think about, whoever's coming in, because if Shelby's struggling with these tight splits and just running straight ahead, is this something that you want to look at to keep their offense off the field?
And they'll hand the football off left side. Hale again. It'll squirt his way for about 3 yards out to the 45-yard line. As he went left side, Sloan able to ride him down. Also, again, in on the stop was Brody Gray. And again, a gain of about 3, and it'll be 3rd down at about a yard for Bath. Football resting right on their own 45-yard line. 4:23 to play if you were just tuning in. Third quarter, Shelby 49 and Bath nothing. And they'll go with the quarterback straight ahead. He'll plow his way. It'll be a Home and Kitchen supply first down. And he'll get his way out near the 48-yard line. So they'll get a first down as the quarterback just went right behind the center, and Welsch plowed his way for 3 or 4 yards. They'll move the chains, again presented by Home and Kitchen Supply in downtown Mansfield. Remodeling windows, doors, floors, and more. They should always be your first call. 3:53 to go, third quarter. Shelby leading 49-0. 1st and 10 Bath. Erik, they approach midfield at their own 48.
Well, and obviously a little interest here. Galleon up 14-7 now on Sandusky Perkins.
Okay.
So that game being tight.
We'll keep you up to date throughout the night. Handoff to the near side. Good job by Shelby. Yeager came up. Multiple guys. They'll take the back down. It'll basically be no gain. Hale right at the line of scrimmage. Shelby does have a few. There, you can tell all the starters defensively are not out there now for the Whippets on defense. They're getting a lot of other guys.
Well, what they're doing
game.
is you're seeing the difference in secondary. So they're bringing their young guys in the secondary, but their front 6 and 7 are still there. You're still seeing Griffin Yeager, and you're still seeing their ends are out.
Yeah, I think Hunter Oney's still out there.
But their Hunter Oney's out there. Yeah, they're starting to slowly mix them in and out.
3 minutes to go, third quarter. Second down and long pass going to be caught. Oney will grab the receiver, lost him. He'll go up the field a couple of yards to be taken down. Cook in on the stop as well, right around the 47-yard line. It was the receiver there, Daniel Cole. Good job by Shelby. Multiple guys in pursuit. Tyler Williams as well. It'll be a loss of about a yard.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Yeah, back to the 47-yard line. Good job by the Whippets. And Bath quickly to the line. They're going to go in the gun now. Spread them out. 4 wide receivers. 2:32 to go. Third quarter, 49-0 Shelby. 3rd and 11 Wildcats at their own 47. All in motion. Going left side. 5 wide. Back to pass. Has some time. Now the pressure comes. It's Baker chasing him from behind, and he's just going to go out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Davin Baker was in hot pursuit right on his heels, and he'll go out of bounds. It'll be a short loss.
Yeah, 2 yards.
Back at around the 46-yard line. I'll tell you what, Gavin Baker's got some serious speed chasing him from behind.
Like I said, he's on the 4x1 team. He's a 110 hurdle guy. I believe he's got the school record for Shelby in the 110 hurdles. So, listen, Shelby's defense is fast. I mean, I'm just telling you, they got some dudes that are moving, right? And you were able to see that right there. And I think that's been a big difference there, is just, number one, game plan, and just, you can tell team speed. Shelby's just significantly faster than Bath.
Well, 4th down and 12 for Bath, and they're going to go for it from their own 46-yard line as they snap the football. Penalty markers will fly. Clock still rolling because it's a running clock. That penalty, procedure penalty on Bath. It'll back them up. So 4th and 17. It'll be 1:24 to go here in the third quarter. 49-0 Shelby. After the game, we'll hand out that Spitzer Motors game changer, whose hustle, whose effort changed tonight's game for his team. They'll get a t-shirt thanks to our good friends at Spitzer Motors, West 4th Street in Ontario. You can shop online anytime at drivespitzer.com, where you buy a brand new vehicle, you never wash it again. Free car washes for life. Now 4th and 17, Bath from their own 41. Late stages, third quarter, a minute left. Back to pass. Welsh rolling to the sideline to throw it up the field. Nearly intercepted.
I think it is.
Picked off. And it's grabbed right off the turf by Kason Cook. Oh, man, what an interception. As the OH report, we're going to grab the replay here. And right around the 37-yard line, Welsh drops back to pass. Pressure came, rolls to the near side. He fires it up the field, and Kason Cook went sliding and grabbed that ball right before he went out of bounds, Erik, at the 36-yard line.
Nice play, right? Being a ball
Great
hog.
play.
I'll tell you what, man, that quarterback's going to have nightmares tonight. I mean, he has been running for his life back there. And Shelby's defense, that's been the impressive part of this game. I'm telling you, we all know Shelby's offense is going to put points up. Brayden Devito, you kidding me? Ain't stopping that dude. You're not keeping him out of the end zone. But what's impressed me is they come in averaging 40, 41 a game, and Shelby has just put a padlock on that door and said, nope, once you came in tonight, man, there's nowhere to go. There's no escaping. And, man, just playing really well, aren't they?
Well, that'll do it for the third quarter. We'll take a break after 3. Shelby 49, Bath nothing in the regional semifinal. Back in a minute. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you. High school playoff football regional semifinal as Shelby will take over
And Luke Blevins will run the football. Brayden Devito not in at quarterback as well. Into the fourth quarter with a running clock. 49-0. Shelby. Blevins worked at left side line of scrimmage. Was the 37. Give him 2 out near the 39-yard line. Aaron Hines, Erik Will. Tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. Remember, you can be a part of Buckeye Nation, and you can go tuition free if you start on one of the regional campuses beginning next year. Find out more, and you got to apply tuition free and a degree from Ohio State. Go to mansfield.osu.edu to learn more. Shelby to the line, clock moving, already a minute gone into the fourth quarter. 49-0 Whippets, 2nd and 8 from their own 39 as they go to hand it to Blevins. Penalty marker will fly, and what do we have? I'm assuming movement probably on Shelby, right?
Yeah. And here's the thing, you stay tuned in for this, man, because we got a full start there. You can stay tuned in because when 18's got the ball in his hands, I'm telling you, Luke Blevins.
We already saw it.
Yeah, I mean, he can score from anywhere on the field. He's one of those guys, that's what I like about him. That's why I think it's good to get him in and get him a lot of reps. I want him touching the ball. Listen, if my freshman running back scores on you, that's your problem, not mine.
After this play, I'll bring something up that Coach Mahaney told me in a pregame. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. 10-13 to go, fourth quarter, 49-0. Shelby 2nd and 13 from their own 34-yard line. Trent Rodman in at quarterback, 2 wide receivers to the right. Got Blevins as a back to his left. Rodman with those lime green shoes that Erik talks about will hand it off. No, will keep it. Faked it. He'll break out of 1 tackle and then be taken to the turf on the far side. It's going to be no gain. Good job by McDermott up to make that stop. No gain. 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Whippets. One thing Coach Mahaney told me, he's not comparing, but he told me the Marion Locals of the world, the Coldwaters, all these teams that are playing for state titles, he told me their younger kids are getting multiple weeks of extra practice because of those tournament runs. What is this doing for a Luke Blevins and Shelby?
No, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. When you make the playoffs, you're getting another week, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could get a half season of work in, and when teams do that, the Coldwaters, like you said, the Marion Locals, you know, those schools, they're literally getting seasons upon seasons when you're just trying to get through your regular season.
4 wide receivers on 3rd and 13. Handoff Blevins left side to the 40. Breaks a tackle out to the 44-yard line. Maybe 43, knee down. Yeah, 43-yard line. So Blevins, he scoots for about 9 yards, and a 3rd and 13 becomes a 4th and much more manageable, but I would assume Shelby leading 49-0 will just punt the football away with 8:50 to play in the game, and again 49-0 Shelby here in the fourth quarter in the regional semi.
Yeah, and that's what you do. You punt the ball here. Good job by Blevins running the ball there. Picked up, like you said, a healthy 9, and good seeing him. He's now got 71 yards and a touchdown, so he's put his imprint on this game in short order, and now we're hitting the 8:30 mark in the fourth quarter. And listen, this running clock is merciful. There's no doubt about that.
And we're going to have Michael Shepard punt it away. He'll roll to the right and then kick it. It's going to go right up in the air. It will sail into Shelby territory and hit it about the 45-yard line. In the air, it only went about 10, 12 yards. It'll hit at the 45 of Bath, and it'll be touched right there. So Bath will have excellent field position with 8:05 to go and a running clock in the fourth quarter. Regional semifinal. Shelby trying to punch their ticket for this, the 5th time in school history to a regional championship game. Last time they made it was 2020. The other years, 2016. Of course, they made it in 2017. Won the regional title that year. And, of course, your senior year in 1998, correct?
To the regional finals, got beat by a Beloit West Branch team.
By the way, fourth quarter, Galleon 14, Perkins 7. Fourth quarter over at Heisey Park. We will keep you up to date on that one. Bath, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Handoff to Davenport. Big kid plowing his way up the middle. He'll be hit and taken down. In on that stop, multiple guys. Max Miller was in there among others right at midfield. It'll be a gain of about 5 yards, and that clock is just moving. Down to 7:15 to play in the football game. Shelby 49. And Bath nothing. And we'll remind you, high school football on WMAN is driven all season long by the Buckeye Superstore. State Route 39 in Shelby, home of the Low Payment Kings. BuckeyeSuperstore.com. And Shelby looks well on their way to going to week 14, Erik. And Tell you what, this team has been some kind of impressive this season.
And like I said, I've just really been impressed here with this defense. I know I keep saying it because, man, I'm telling you, when you have a team coming in averaging 40 points a game and you can do this to them, that's doggone and special.
Handoff. This will be Hale working it to the right side. He'll get a few yards into Whippet territory down near the 48-yard line. Up to make that stop for Shelby. That was Brayden Ream. He's a sophomore, 215 pounds, 5'10". On the line, able to make that stop. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 for Bath. And the football, again, is at Shelby's 47-yard line. Just over 6 minutes to play in the game. 49-0 Whippets. Stay tuned. We'll have our player of the game interview coming up after the game with the OH report. We'll also hand out at Spitzer Motors Game Changer and our heck of a play from the Heck Law offices. Some free pizza. We had Giannino's tonight in the press box,
We
right?
did. It was good. Yeah, good job there.
It was tasty. Everybody got fed at halftime. Nice and warm in the press box. And hang on, I was going to say, as we go to snapping on 3rd and 2, a little bit of an early start. Clock still moves with a running clock. We're under 5:49 to go in the game, but Bass 3rd and 2 will back them up. I'll make this statement. Shelby's defense has 4 shutouts this season.
Going for number 5.
The 1969 team had 5.
In 10 games. That's what's crazy about that one. And they had a couple that were single scores. So, yeah. And then the 17 team had 4 with a couple as well. And then my senior year, we had 4 with a couple of singles as well.
So it's been a long time since the Whippets have had 5 shutouts in a season, back to 1969, and the handoff to Bath to the near side. This will be the running back, Hale again. Good job for Shelby. Not much running room off that left side. Brayden Wolf up to make that stop. The junior, number 27, right to midfield. Short gain, few yards. It'll be 4th down and 5 for Bath at midfield. 5 minutes even to play in the regional semifinal. All Shelby. Whippets 49, Lima Bath Wildcats nothing, and Bath will go for it. As the quarterback, Welsh, will climb under center. 3 backs behind him on 4th down and 5 from midfield. Clock again at 4:44 to go in the football game.
Went for the hard count there, and Shelby's defense didn't jump.
Play clock's down to 2, down to 1, and Bath will burn a timeout, and we'll take it with them. Back in a minute. 4:35 to go in the game. Shelby 49, Bath nothing. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH report.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Back in Shelby after the timeout on 4th and 5, and Bath will go for it. The quarterback will roll to the near side. He'll throw it into Shelby territory, and it's going to be caught. A receiver at right around the 40-yard line before he went out of bounds. Good job there. That was Woodson Mikesell that made the catch on the far side of the field. Good throw on the move. And the Wildcats will move the chains presented by Holman Kitchen Supply, and that was not the original quarterback, I believe, out there. I believe that time at quarterback, that was Daniel Cole out there. Threw the nice ball right there. And yeah, Cole, Erik is going to line back up number 1 at the quarterback position. 3:44 to go in the game. 49-0 Shelby, but Bath 1st and 10 at the Whippet 40-yard line. Pass up the field is going to be caught as the receiver got inside the 20 and down near the 10-yard line. Good throw there. He got behind the defense. And that was Braden Mayer, number 14, a freshman, got right behind the defense. He was tackled there. Connor Hart's able to make that stop. And right around the 10-yard line, so for actually maybe just inside the 10, 1st and goal. Bath at Shelby's 9-yard line. 3:14 to go in the game. The Wildcats trying to get on the board. Back to pass into the end zone, and that ball nearly caught, knocked loose, and incomplete. Into the end zone. They were going for a receiver. One of the Whippets got a hand on it. As we got the replay with the OH report, the quarterback Cole scrambled around, threw it in the end zone. Good job there. That was Branson Reed that knocked that ball away from the receiver, Erik. That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, man, those starters are heavily invested in this. You're thinking, there's 2:45 left, clock's running, who cares? Trust me, they care about that goose egg being on the board. Defensive guys are like that, man. They're analytical but just they're analytical creatures.
2:35 to go in the game. 49-0. Shelby back to pass. Here's Cole. He'll pull it down and run. Got hit at about the 3-yard line. Struggles forward down near the 2. Good job there for Shelby. That was Austin Winters, number 75 on the defensive line that it was not him, hold on. It was Brayden Ream that made that tackle, and they'll put him down at about the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal from Shelby's 2-yard line. 49-0 Whippets, 4th quarter, 2:05 to go. They'll push the pile ahead, and did they get in the end zone? No, they shove him back. The Whippets shove him back. I believe it was the quarterback as they unpile. He tried to push it in the end zone. That was Cole. He got to right at the edge of the goal line, and the Whippets just shoved him back. 4th and goal from the 1. 49-0 Shelby trying to get the shutout with 1:40 to play in the game. Bath looking toward the sideline. Whippet starters have an out, but they want that shutout. 90 seconds left, and we're going to have a timeout. Timeout, Bath. We'll keep it right here. We don't want you to miss the play here coming up with 1:31 to go here in the football game. And again, Shelby leading by a score of 49-0. We're glad to have you tonight from the Ohio State University at Mansfield broadcast booth. Aaron Hines, Erik Welsch, WMAN teaming up with our friends at the OH Report to bring you live high school playoff football. Winner of this game, as Shelby is on their way to win, will play the winner of Gallion-Perkins. Last report, Adam Thompson told us it was 14-7 Gallion, 4th quarter. It still is.
Wow.
Adam,
I tell you what, crazy.
When Adam told me several minutes ago there were 4 minutes left, I would think are we somewhere in the neighborhood there. So I'll tell you what, a lot of people interested in that game for multiple reasons. Could you get a rematch? That would be a game that we played right here in North Central Ohio. If Gallion can hang on, all kind of interest on that one, and we will keep you up to date as Gallion has had a terrific season. I talked with head coach Matt Dick yesterday, and he told me he felt it was going to be a low-scoring defensive game.
Well, it was going to have to be. Gallion hasn't been running the scoreboard up, man, so they've had to have great defensive efforts.
So here we go, 1:12 to go in the game. 4th and goal, Bath from the 1-yard line. The quarterback is under center. Will he try and just plow it into the end zone? They'll hand it off to the back, and the back will work his way, and he is into the end zone. It is a touchdown for Bath. It's Braden Mayer. He goes in from 1 yard out, and Bath gets on the scoreboard with 53 seconds to play in the game.
Yeah, got in the end zone there, got rid of that goose egg. So most likely this game will end up, and it probably will, 49-6, 49-7, whatever they end up doing here as far as kicking it. Listen, that's okay. If you're Shelby, you feel perfectly fine with that. You did a good job. You got in and out. Your guys are healthy. That's what you care about. And you were thinking about, your starters are thinking about next week while supporting those young guys as they're getting reps.
And the extra point will be Isaac Walls, and Shelby will burn a timeout with 24 seconds to play here in the football game. The Whippets will burn a timeout as you see the touchdown run there on 4th and goal from the 1, and it took Bath the entire game to get into the end zone. That Whippet defense, we know the starters have been out, but that second defense, Erik, they really played well. They really were doing all they could do to try to keep them out of the end zone.
No doubt about it.
I mean, they kind of stood them up right there at the 1.
They did a great job. I mean, they had the ball, 1st and goal, and, they held them to a 4th and 1, and they were able to punch it in. But, Shelby moving forward, I mean, they're going to be a really tough out. Gallion up 17-7 right now with 90 seconds left, so a minute 30. So Gallion trying to hold on to that lead. And we'll have an MOAC reunion, baby, next week.
So we are about 90 seconds away in that game. We'll keep you up to date. Our game here in Shelby with 24 seconds to play. Whippets 49, Bath 6. It'll be Isaac Wells on for the point after. And he will get the snap. There's the hold. The kick is on the way. And just like Mill Iron Auto Parts, it's up and it is good with 19 seconds to play in the football game. We'll keep it right here because I have a feeling we may not wait 1 minute and then we'll break away and come back with our player of the game interview. So extra point up and good. 49-7 is the lead now for the Shelby Whippets here in the fourth quarter with 19 seconds to play. And our producer Adam Thompson will keep us up to date on that Gallion-Perkins game, with Gallion up 17-7 in the fourth quarter at home over at Hines Park. And we'll wait until that game goes official before we dive in and talk about anything further. But Gallion right now, Gallion's only loss, I know a lot of people are very aware, to the Shelby Whippets back in week 4. A very entertaining football game that Gallion led a lot early on in that game, and the Whippets really were able to turn it on second and third quarter and were able to put up 45 points in that game. But Gallion has had one heck of a season, and they're trying to meet the Whippets in a rematch in week 14. How about a year ago, Eric? It was Shelby and Ontario in a regional semifinal at Arlen Field. Could we see Shelby Gallion for a regional title somewhere, maybe same location? We won't officially get into it until that game goes final. But Gallion right now, Eric, an impressive thing, they have a 2-possession lead on Perkins in that game with what we were told 90 seconds to play in the football game. We have 19 seconds here. And Shelby right now, and by the way, I believe Perkins may have just scored. I think Perkins just scored.
Yeah, they did.
Perkins just scored at 17-14. All right, so that one is not over yet. There's not a lot of time left. That one's going down to the wire. Will we get the kickoff here before the clock expires? We will not. Running clock, it'll expire. And the Shelby Whippets have punched their ticket to the regional championship game for just the 5th time in school history. Shelby defeats Lima Bath by a final score of 49-7. Brayden Devito with 6 touchdowns in the first half. 3 rushing, 3 passing, all 3 throws to Brady Bowman. And the Whippet defense was elite. We'll take a break. We'll come back, run down the final numbers, and have our player of the game interview and hand out the Spitzer Motors Game Changer and our heck of a play. The Shelby Whippets on to week 14 in the regional title game. Final score tonight from the Whippet Athletic Complex in the regional semifinal. Shelby 49, Lima Bath 7. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to high school playoff football on WMAN and the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
High school football season, and the Shelby Whippets have punched their ticket to the championship game. They are on to the regional championship game next Friday night as they have defeated Lima Bath tonight in the regional semifinal. Final score tonight, Shelby 49 and Lima Bath 7. And Devito and company were some kind of impressive. That defense has been elite all year. And they have a great ball game again here tonight. We will have our player of the game interview. I wonder who that might be. We'll keep you in suspense, but I'll run down through some of the numbers, give you the scoring summary. Erik has some numbers, and we'll try to get you that final score. Perkins did score at 17-14 Galleon very, very late in the fourth quarter over at Hines Park in Galleon. When it goes final, we'll give you the final here and talk more about it. First quarter, Shelby jumped out at the 7:48 mark. Brayden Devito, one of 6 touchdowns on the night, rushed it in from 17 yards out. Point after good by Everett Harris. 7-0 Whippets. 3:49 mark of the second quarter. 20-yard touchdown run by Devito, and it was some kind of Superman move to get into the end zone from 20 yards out. 2-point conversion ran in by Shepard. That was good. And on the OH report, by the way, if you are with us, they have the final moments of that game, and there's down to 40-some seconds to play in that game. And Erik will give some of the numbers here, and we'll kind of let people know about that game. And if you are just joining us,
if you're on the OH report, you're seeing it now. Adam put it over, and we're going to talk some Shelby numbers here as this is going.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Erik, only you and I are able to see that game because I believe that is, believe it's a game maybe that isn't live, correct? Right. So we are able to see it. So Adam Thompson is more special than people know, man.
He's working his magic.
This dude is good. I will give you up to date on Galleon here. With 47 seconds left, Galleon leads 17-14. Perkins has it deep in their own end inside the 20-yard line, and they just got a screen pass out near the 40-yard line and got out of bounds. They're about 60 yards away from the end zone, but again, they're 3 points away from tying it up with 39 seconds to play. But let me give you the rest of the numbers. So Shelby led 15-0 after the 2-point conversion was good by Michael Shepard, and that was the end of the first quarter. Shelby was leading by a score. up 15-0. Second quarter, Shelby scored 4 times at the 8:40 mark, a 42-yard touchdown run by Brayden Devito, and that made it 22-0 Shelby as the 2-point conversion. The Whippets actually went for the extra point that time. That was good. The next time they scored at the 7:22 mark, an 18-yard touchdown throw and catch. Devito to Bowman. The 2-point conversion was no good. Made it 28-0 Shelby at that point. At the 4:10 mark, a 55-yard touchdown pass to Brady Bowman. Point after good by Harris. Made it 35-0. 58 seconds left in the first half. Devito with a 34-yard touchdown pass to Bowman. 42-0 Shelby. That was our score at halftime. Shelby 42 and Bath nothing. And again, Brayden Devito 6 touchdowns in the first half and 3 receiving touchdowns for Bowman. Gallion just had a monster sack with 20 seconds to play in the game. That was Coleman, I believe, that flew in to make the sack. Gallion with 16 seconds left in the game. Perkins trailing by 3. They called a timeout. We'll keep you up to date on that. Shelby's lead after 3, 42-0. And then in the third quarter, at the 10:25 mark, it started with a running clock. The freshman Luke Blevins darted 60 yards to the end zone. Point after good by Everett Harris made it 49-0 Shelby. And then the Whippets took that 49-0 lead into the fourth quarter. And with 53 seconds remaining in the game, it was a 1-yard touchdown run at the very end of the game for Bath. And on the touchdown run, it was Braden Mayer. Touchdown was good. They made the point after. And that gave us our final score of 49-7. And again, we'll try to keep you up to date on that Gallion game as our player of the game is on the way. Gallion leading 17-14 with 16 seconds to play in the game. That's had a big sack near midfield. And we will have our chat with our game changer, our player interview coming up here. And we'll get the headset on him.
He's not a rookie at this. He knows what's coming.
Hand him that T-shirt.
Yeah, we're going to give you your T-shirt as well. You know, now that you don't have a closet full of those. Yeah, I like your Air Force gloves, my man.
Thank you. Hold that up for me. Brayden Devito is our player of the ball game. Great ball game tonight, Brayden, as we'll get his microphone turned up. Brayden, first of all, congratulations. You guys win for the 5th time in school history. You're going to go play for a regional championship. Just talk about what that emotion means to you.
Man, the last 2 years getting stuck in the regional semis was in my mind all week and was in all of our minds all week. So to make it past that step and get past that plateau, now it's just time to keep going. 1 week at a time. We got an ultimate goal, and we're going to keep working to get there.
You jump out in this game. You scored 6 touchdowns in the first half. You made some just incredible moves. He calls them Superman moves, but you made some great moves. Did you feel good started this game because your offense was clicking early?
Man, I was saying in pregame warm-ups, man, I feel good. I feel good. And after a lot of film watch this week, I felt pretty good about our game plan, and I got to know them really well. So I was feeling good out there, and then my line was, just wide open gas. I just had to run. I had the easy job.
So let me ask you this. You're talking about a team that scores 40 points a game, Brayden, right? Their offense is known for putting points up. I thought the matchup of the game was their offense against your defense. Talk a little bit about that, the way you guys came out. You were unbelievably prepared. You out-hit them. It was like you knew what they were doing before they were even doing it. You guys were dialed in tonight. I thought you played, guys. I thought you were, as good as you guys were offensively, I felt pretty good about that coming in. But defensively, you guys were locked and loaded against a team that averages 40.
Coach A does a phenomenal job in putting us in those places. He got us so prepared that we were just out there. We've seen it all week long. We were just flying around playing what we already know. It was really easy for us out there to have fun and play fast together. And we were flying around and hitting, and huge credit up front, and then the DBs back there just did our job.
Brady DeVito is our player of the game. We'll keep him for a couple more minutes, so let's talk a little more defense. You had a great interception in this game, and your defense has played well all year. I know you guys wanted to get that shot out at the end, but for this defense, you guys just seem to be Kessler, Shepard, Gord, just pressuring that quarterback all night tonight.
Yeah, they are amazing up there. In that box, they make our job a lot easier when the quarterback's just throwing up balls because they're putting pressure on them. So when they get pressure on them and they get the sack, that's a great play, but they also get those plays that make the quarterback throw some bad balls, and we can go ball hawk it. So huge credit to all of our linebackers and all of our D-line. They're great in the box.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what you were saying by the way you came out here. You felt like, the film session. You guys came out and played. We've covered you quite a bit this year, as you know, Brayden, and we were both really impressed with the way you guys came out. I mean, there was no doubt. You guys weren't here messing around tonight. You were coming out here saying, listen, this is a quality opponent from a really good league, right? And you have a little familiar with Walpock, and you saw what they did to him as well. Talk about that. Like, what was this week that led up to, man, you guys just seemed like, all 11 hats defensively to the ball. You guys were executing at such a high level offensively. What was it about tonight that you guys came out and there was just such a razor focus? Because I think when you guys are playing like this, woo, man, you guys are really good.
So many factors. I mean, seniors last game out here wanted to put it all out on the line. Not getting out of this around the past 2 years motivated us. And then hearing about their offense all week, and we heard about their offense, and we felt like they haven't played a defense like us yet. And we know when we're clicking, we're clicking. And another big thing for us was our mindset of knocking all the rust out last week and coming out and nothing's on us. No penalties on us. We cleaned it up a bunch, and we were just on our cues. So I spoke with the team, and I was like, we are cleaning it up. We knocked our rust off. Now we're here to play. We're going to be playing our best football every week from here on out. So that's exactly what we did.
Coach Mahaney told me that Coach Amicone this week was talking about defense communicating, how key that would be. They spread the field. You guys communicated beautifully with one another tonight.
Oh, yeah. We were voices everywhere. I mean, it's so easy with those guys, too. We're all friends off the field, and we have great chemistry. So, and sometimes when we're wrong, we're all wrong, so we're right. So it's just we've gotten to the point at week 12 or week 13. I forget.
We're in week 13. We got it.
That's okay. You're just playing football, man. You don't care what week it is.
Week 13. Right. We're ready to play together. We know what we're doing.
Well, guess what? You're about to play the Galleon Tigers, who just defeated Perkins 17-14 in a thriller at Heisey Park. You're probably hearing that just like us for the first time. What instantly goes in your mind right now?
Man, they're a great team. I mean, we've known they wanted a rematch. They were talking about a rematch before the game was over last time. So that we knew we had a chance to see them again, and I love it, man. And a league opponent, they want to give us their best shot, man. Bring it on.
And the nice thing is that's going to be fairly local too. Maybe we can get,
could we get Arlen again?
We're trying to. That.
Yeah, I know you want to get back there too and kind of bury some ghosts as well. And then here's the last thing, man. I know that being a leader, man, and I know you guys, your senior class is really, really tight. Remember, man, the most prepared teams are the teams that are victorious this time of year. So as you continue to attack this, next week, what's good, because we do have to look forward a little bit. What's the mindset going into next week?
Man, just a great week of practice. We have our best weeks when we have our best weeks of practice. They line up easily. Just going in, taking the last time we played them, we know things have changed. Watching film, keying in on film heavy. That was a big thing this week because they like to do a lot of different stuff. And we know Galleon. We're pretty familiar. They've had the same head coach. They got a great head coach. I mean, Matt Dick does a great job over there, and they're a solid team this year. They got a really good team, really good linebacker core, and we just got to bring our best again. And hopefully, week by week, we're just getting better and better.
Well, Brayden Devito, before we give you your shout-outs real quick, I got to bring him up. Brady Bowman is some kind of special. 3 touchdowns tonight. He had him for about $174 receiving. He's well over 20 touchdowns now. Boy, you and him always seem to be on the same page.
Yeah, that kid, he's different. I mean, and I was just watching out there, and we were just like audibling on our own. We've gotten to that point that we're just playing together. I mean, that kid makes my job a lot easier. When you got a Brady Bowman, you become a lot better quarterback.
Now, let me ask you, saying that, were you guys surprised? What did you see on film? Were you surprised he was kind of running around that open?
I was surprised as soon as I saw they went in 2 deep man, and they had a linebacker with a club guarding him. I was like, it's Brady Bowman.
No, I'm serious. I could not believe that. I love getting inside because I love the quarterback position. You know that. We've talked. And I was sitting there thinking, your eyes had to have been like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
and I'm going to take advantage of this thing all night.
Sometimes we use him to clear him out, and he was a clear out route, just running. No one went with him. I mean, I was shocked, man. Brady's a great player. I can just throw him short little passes. He'll turn them into 80-yard touchdowns. He makes me that much better as a quarterback.
Brayden, I almost forgot. Final thing, and I wanted to ask you this. We had Brendan Armstrong in the booth with us last week. You were probably, 4th, 5th grade when that team in 17 was made? I'm sure you went to those playoff games.
Yep, and he was at my house when I was younger. I had an older brother. He was around. I love Brendan. He had nothing but good things to say. I listened to what he had to say about me. And I have so
he
much
loves you,
respect
man.
for him.
He loves you, man. He is so glad that torch is going through too. He said that. He's like, man, he goes, I love how he's playing. You know, I love the leadership because you can tell he's dialed in. I'm telling you, man, those guys, because that 17 team was a state Final Four team, and I can tell you, all of those guys, they want you guys to take that torch a little bit further.
Well, and again, just talk about it a little bit, because you were 4th or 5th grade, but now you're a senior in high school. You're leading the Whippets for the 5th time in school history to play for a regional title and go to a Final Four.
Yeah, those were our role models growing up. We're playing in the yard, we're acting like we're them, and now we're in front of everybody doing what they were doing. So, I mean, yeah, I watched them growing all the way up, wanted to be like them, and now I have a chance to be like them out here, and it's just, I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life.
And you're getting ready to do your shout-out, but Brayden, I want you to understand, there's a whole bunch of 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade kids right now. You know who they are in their backyard? They're Brayden Devito. They're Brady Bowman. You know what I mean? You know that. So you're getting that next group ready, so keep this train moving, brother.
Brayden Devito, our player of the game, turn right there and into that camera and give as many shout-outs as you would like on the OH Report.
Shout out first and foremost to Coach Mahaney. He got his 100th win tonight, and
yes.
I mean, he is phenomenal. He does a great job, and our success runs through him. And then our OC is amazing week in and week out. Gabe Helbert, John Amicone, DC. I mean, they put us in the right positions. They make our job that easy. And shout out to Brady Bowman in the O-line. I mean, every week in and week out, we knew they had a B lineman who was going to Ashland. He was an all-league kid, first team, and our O-line did a pretty good job handling it and creating wide open gaps for me to run, and I don't have those rushing touchdowns without them. So shout out to the O-line heavy.
Awesome. Coach Mahaney, by the way, winning percentage at Shelby, 78%. He has been a good one.
Else.
Brayden DeVito, our player of the game, man, congratulations. We'll see you next week for a regional title. How's that sound?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Brayden. You're welcome. Thanks, Brayden. Brayden DeVito, our player of the game, and that will do it for our coverage with the OH Report as Brayden DeVito and the Whippets into the regional championship game for just the 5th time in school history. We'll come back on the radio broadcast, put a wrap on it, final numbers, and our awards. But thanks to Adam Thompson, flying the plane beautifully as always. Shelby and Galleon for a regional title next Friday night. Boy, that sounds good in North Central Ohio. Thanks for joining us on the OH Report.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain train heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local trained comfort specialist.
And that is going to wrap up our coverage here from the Whippet Athletic Complex as the Shelby Whippets moving on 49-7 over Bath. They drained the plug on Bath Wildcats. We want to give a special thank you to our friends at WMAN, Aaron Hines and Erik Will, loaning their voices and their insight and knowledge to this broadcast. Also want to thank from OH Report, Jeremy Peoples, our amazing camera operator, and our sponsors for this evening who were allowing this game to be live and free, like Simonson Construction Services, Inc. From concept to completion, they can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. By ArcelorMittal, smarter steels for people and the planet. Hiring now with competitive wages and benefits. Visit Arcelor-Mittal-Ohio.com and click careers for more details. Ohio Health. As the area's leading healthcare provider, Ohio Health is investing in a stronger, healthier community. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/Mansfield. Shelby Mutual Insurance Agency, providing insurance for all your needs. Contact Shelby Mutual Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, and business insurance. By Buckeye Horizon, your local train comfort specialist. Charter Next Generation, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. And finally, Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Shelby will take on Galleon, destination unknown. Hopefully somewhere close, though. But you know, this one will probably be on the moon, the edge of Indiana, but we're going to hope for something like, I don't know, Arlenfield, Clear Fork, something you don't need a spaceship to hit. That will do it for the OH Report, teaming up with the WMAN broadcast for this evening. 11:30 tonight, tune in to the Friday Night Pigskin, brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio, where we will put a bow on that season as well. It's going to be our final episode of Week 13. So thank you all for tuning in, hanging out with us all night long, and good grief, 100 wins. Coach Mahaney, congratulations. Here's to 100 more, Coach. We'll catch you next time, live and free on the OH Report.